That's the countdown I wanted to use last week.
Not the 2-minute one.
Not
Yes.
the 2-minute one, the 10
seconds.
second one. Yeah, that's the one I wanted to use. So this time I wanted to make sure that I got the right one. So hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Between Collectors. And as you can see, we have a full house tonight and we're still waiting for KG, who should be joining us anytime soon. And I'm going to start with the man that doesn't sleep. He is a vampire pretty much. He's always awake, always in every single stream. He doesn't care. 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. You can invite him. He'll be there. Joao from BIGBREDA. What's up, my friend?
Hello. Thank you. Oh, yeah, it was crazy, the InArt Batman. But yesterday I did have a very good rest. And yeah, I'm fresh here. Thank you for having me.
No, man. Thank you for
It's amazing.
thank you for sleeping and for getting some rest.
You are welcome.
and for joining us tonight. And of course, you know him. He is the man in the living room who makes awesome, amazing custom cases, which I'm gonna actually ask him because I want to make one that I want to put on the wall, and he knows how to do it. Costa, Pop Culture Living Room in the house. What's up, my friend?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for having me on again, Dante. It's been a while, and I miss your pretty face. So
I don't know about that, but okay, I'll take it.
But yeah, thank you. I'm excited. Let's do this. We got some things to talk about.
Today I was in my this office space, and I was looking at my walls. I'm thinking, shit, I should do what Costa did and put some cases on the wall because I kind of need to, get some extra room here. So I might do it.
Whoa, he's flexing.
Yeah, he's flexing over there. Look at that.
See it behind the mic.
There you go.
There it is.
That's
wow,
awesome.
you put it all the way to the ceiling. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna put another one underneath it. So
Dude,
we're gonna have
awesome.
two over there. We're gonna have one on the other side of the window. Then I'm gonna have one over on this wall that goes the whole wall, and then I might put one over here. Because I also got this case. This is new, so I got to fix that one up. That's all fresh and new. Yeah.
I was actually going to do one myself. The problem is I cannot find here because you mentioned the fiber the fiber board is like the bolt used for the boats, right? I cannot find it.
No, the boat that's the faux leather. It's the vinyl. What you cover the boards with.
Vinyl.
The fiber board is something it's the back panels of that, but I actually upgraded to something called expanded PVC foam sheets. And you should get them where you get acrylic. Cow. And you just need a 1/8. Yeah, it cuts like butter. And you don't need to do any of the taping I did. It's on my it's like on an update video that I showed it.
Okay.
It's beautiful. It's not that much more, and it's so much easier. And look at it. I mean, it looks amazing. It looks great.
So good.
It looks amazing. So. And of course, last but certainly not least, my friend Rally Reviews in the house, flexing all the figures in the back, and of course the awesome red light and display.
The light and dark. There we go.
Look at this guy.
Yeah,
he's dark side and light side at the same time.
I'm gonna be dark side when you flex that. When you get the full pack for InArt, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna post it on your channel. But thank you so much for the invite, Dante. Always love being in the building, and it's nice to see Costa for the first time on the streams. Nice to meet him, and yeah, let's just get the show rolling. We got some fun stuff to talk about. Yeah, let's go.
Yes, we have some fun stuff to talk about, but before we start. This is how we start. Let me see if I get that right. Okay, yes, Between Collectors. Do you like the new song? I just put a new song on there. I don't know if you guys notice it.
Like it.
I didn't even hear anything.
I heard it.
Oh, there was no song. You son of a. You son of a.
No, it was a new song. You guys didn't hear it?
Yeah, the song is new. It's new one.
It's a new one.
It was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. All right, so let me say hi to the people on the chat because we have a lot to talk tonight. We have the Insane One. Hello and good evening. We have Misty Wolf in the house. Pedro 23. We have Homeboy Balls in the house. We have Valiant Archer here. Hello there, collectors. Hope you all had a good Tuesday. We have Nicolio, the Great and Powerful in the house. Community Arcade. We have Ash Chase in the house. Harry Gaiman. Sean Smith, member of the channel. What's up, my friend? Welcome in. We have
What's up?
James C, another member of the channel. What's up? We have Boba Fettuccine.
Best name.
How you doing? AJ
Boba
in the
Fettuccine.
house. We have Borg Cube, one of two. Hello there. Martin K. Pulse in the house. Jamesy says, Manhawk Collectors, would you get in the new house so you can finally grab Hulkbuster? Yeah, man, that's something I always wanted,
Oh,
but
no.
space, man.
It's a fickle
I don't
thing.
know if I was really thinking to get another house, but my wife wants a new one. Calvin Williams in the house. We have Chris Santos, DT Armin, Futura Freeze in the house, Tyria in the house as well, and everyone watching at home. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. All right, so we're going to start with the first topic. And yes, you know that we're going to talk about this because it's a brand new thing. It just literally, let me just put it here. We get finally the reveal, the announcement of InArt Batman. The estimate release is Q2 2023, according to Once It's Kit. So it's gonna be an interesting figure, and I want to hear your thoughts. I know we spoke about this for the past couple days, but I have some information I want to share with you guys later on the show. But we're gonna start with. I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna start with Joao.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start with the rooted hair, then I'm gonna go with the sculpted, and then we're gonna do a small comparison between all the packages that we're gonna get, plus which one is worth getting, right? Because a lot of people are saying, "Oh, you know what? This is sculpted. I'd rather get the Hot Toys one because I can get more for the money if you go all in." So we're gonna do a small comparison, just kind of give our perspective. But in our final decide to reveal this Batman. The first pictures, honestly, I'm going to tell you, I'm leaning towards the rooted hair best. I think it looks much better than the sculpted hair, but I want to hear your thoughts.
No doubt. The rooted hair looks. I think that's one of the advantage of InArt. It's the way they do the rooted hair. Looks really, really good. I'm still not completely deciding which one. I said I was going to get the all-in. Probably that's what I'm going to go to check it first. But yeah, I think the rooted looks really good. InArt does. They did. If you guys have to check any of their work in rooted air, they did the Joker, the 1/4 scale, and the way they did it looks really, really good. And we will see that with the 1/6 scale too. And with this Batman, I really like. If you zoom in, yesterday I was checking the way they do this routing, and it looks really too good. And if you are going with InArt, I know, Dante, that you, for example, you got the Joker, you got the sculpted version. I don't know if you decided you will go the same way with this Batman, but I think if you are going with InArt, the rooted version is the way to go because it's amazing. I think the way they did the rooted on this the Robert Pattinson Batman. I think
Right.
it looks really very, very good.
Yeah, and even if you see the way they did this, I mean, the shape
Yeah.
looks very natural, and also you can see some shadow on the beard. Like you can see the little. I don't know if it's the paint or something they added. I don't know what that is.
Right. It's
But
like
it
the
looks-
stubble.
Yeah.
Dude, it
Yeah.
looks very freaking like. If I tell you this is the picture from the movie, you probably will believe me,
Right.
right?
No, it's real. Yeah. 100%.
They did Queen Studios have a 1/3 scale of this Robert Pattinson, right? I'm
Yes.
not wrong.
Yeah.
So,
They do.
Okay.
think so.
With
think
rooted
so.
hair, right?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. So they already have experience on this. I think they do amazing work with the rooting.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the,
they,
the
100%.
hair they use, and
yeah, they definitely do. One thing that bothers me a little bit, I'm gonna go with Riley on this one. Is I mean, this is a Velcro here, I guess, just to secure the cape better. But now that obviously a few days has passed since they announced this, a couple days actually, and I was dissecting the pictures a bit better, a bit more like kind of nitpicking a little bit. And now that I'm looking at this, I can see that I don't know. It seems to be that I thought it was good proportion. It doesn't look bad at all, but I think it's a bit skinnier. You know, if you compare it with the Hot Toys one, and we're gonna go later on that. But what are your thoughts on this one?
So, I mean, with this specific rooted one, I'm kind of the one where I'd say if you're not going rooted, I would just go Hot Toys, because I feel like with InArt, you're already paying that premium price. So I just feel like there would be no point really going sculpted. I think that extra amount of money is worth it for the rooted, because as you can see here, like you can almost see like the scene when he's taking his mask off, like the messy hair. It looks really good. And then they're like Joao was saying, they're really good when it comes to rooted, as we've seen. I mean, we haven't seen anything in hand yet, so we can't really say that they're like perfect in 1/6 scale. But when it comes to statues, I know it's a lot different, but they've shown some very, very high quality work, and I think that they're not gonna second guess themselves when it comes to 6 scale. But it looks really good. Like I said, I think I'm gonna end up going the premium route and going the rooted, because I think for the extra $120 you're paying for a specific rooted head sculpt, I think that's worth the extra amount of money. But like you said, the proportions being a little skinnier, I'm kind of with you there, but at the same time, I think it's actually accurate, because in the film, he wasn't really that like built. Like, he wasn't a buff character in the film. Obviously, I mean, there were scenes where you could see his arms, and I mean, he didn't like work out like Ben Affleck wise, like he wasn't a tank. But I mean, and these head sculpts, they look really good. They look really good. And the rooted, I think that's the main selling point. Like I don't know if it's the specific product they use, but like you can see like even like the like curls of his hair. Like, it's really, really good. So
it falls naturally.
Right,
you know?
right. It doesn't look like, like what we've seen with rooted, with Hot Toys even. I mean, they rooted is a little bit tricky for them. They kind of show signs where it does frizz up. It has a lot of issues. But like I said, we haven't seen this in hand yet, but judging from the pictures, it looks spot on. It's great.
Yes. Costa, what are your thoughts about this? Were you surprised when you saw this announced? And which one will you be getting if you will get one?
I hate it. It's like the worst figure they've ever created. It's like,
agreed.
Look at it. Look at the hair.
horrible.
It's all puffy and shit. No, seriously though. Seriously, this right here, you see that the hair's too puffy in this picture. I mean, it's not perfect.
So.
If I was to get these, I would go with the all-in rooted, easy. You can't get that with Hot Toys anymore at the moment. I think it looks great, and the one picture without the cape, I was like, oh, that's Robert Pattinson's body, because that's that to me
He's
looks
skinny,
like
right?
Robert
He's
Pattinson.
a skinny guy. Yeah.
He's a skinny man. Yes,
Yeah.
he's a skinny dude. So I mean, I was like, oh yeah, they nailed that body. If it comes out like that, they nailed it. As for like, is the rooted hair gonna be easy straight out of the box? We don't know yet. These are the only questions I have. Like, I think it looks great. I think the Bruce Wayne looks great too, but I mean, I would have rather have had a Selena Kyle instead of the Bruce Wayne who was in the movie for like a minute, looking like this. But yeah, you definitely have to go with the rooted hair if you're going to get InArt. Because really, I think somebody posted like the comparisons today, or like they like did a split screen, like they cut the pictures in half and they put them together, and they looked almost exactly the same at a lot of the points. Like the head sculpt, the face looked very similar to each other, which you would hope because they're trying to do the same thing. So if you're going for sculpted, I'm with Riley. Go with Hot Toys, the 550 with the bat signal, and you get all the extra suits. And I think there's more face plates with Hot Toys. So I mean, there's a little bit more, but again, this is for premium. It's you're going for a premium for this. So if you really love this movie, you definitely got to get this. So I'm telling you right now, you have to.
You have to right now.
I'm ordering right now.
Right,
you have to. Riley, yes.
I'm doing it. I'm going.
Yeah,
I like the movie. This movie was my favorite since this is gonna sound like blasphemy, but this was my favorite since the 90s.
Is this
Really?
Since Keaton.
really?
I love Batman.
You're not a Dark
Begins.
Knight fan?
The Dark Knight, I liked it. I liked Batman Begins better, and I think it was because you didn't see in Batman Begins. You got to see him train and learn and grow and do all that, and you didn't see that before in a Batman film. So
It's a hot take.
So
It's a
yeah,
hot take.
yeah. Thrash me in the comments, y'all. Thrash me.
So Riley, we were talking about this on your show the other day, and one of the concerns I think you raised, and it was a very valid point, is the articulation. So we have
Yeah.
a little bit of news on the articulation. Really, we haven't heard anything official in terms of articulation. We asked the question already, and we didn't get a solid answer. Some rumor out there says that they're gonna do the articulation depending on the character. So if he's a Batman, obviously you shouldn't get much articulation. I mean, common decent articulation, I guess, but not like
Right.
a Spider-Man articulation type of thing, right? Depending on the character. Again, just a rumor. Maybe it's just a rumor. But looking at the pictures right now here, one of the concerns that you raised on your show, Riley, was articulation of the feet, because the
Yeah.
pictures weren't that clear to see whether they have two split boots or something like that. But here you
Right.
can see that it's a split, so you can see the upper piece of the boot, and then you can see the shoe at the bottom. So it's kind of two pieces. So
Right.
I think we're gonna get a decent amount of articulation on the feet at least.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with you there. It's interesting to think about. I've kind of talked about this with other people and on shows. There's kind of like this like hesitant like thing with Queen when it comes to articulation. It seems like it's something that they don't really want to address very much, and it's kind of concerning because I mean, when we buy these, a lot of people are buying it for articulation. That's why they don't go with statues. That's just what their kind of goal is, where they want to like pose up a figure because that's what the whole point is spending the money for. You want to have it in your collection, you want to move it around, et cetera, et cetera. But I mean, when it comes to Queen, I feel like it would be something where if you are that person where you need to have like a wide range of posing, then I'd say stick to Hot Toys. I think that these are kind of like they're kind of like labeled like as 6-scale statues. It's kind of like it seems like that's what they're kind of going for, because with most of their photos, it seems like they're not doing like wide, dynamic, crazy poses. I mean, we haven't really seen like obviously a Spider-Man from InArt, but when it comes to these characters, it's more so like your standard up and down. I mean, every photo from the photos they put up, it was just him with his arms down. There was no range in the legs or no in the arms, barely in the arms. But it's interesting. I've said this before. I just think that InArt's kind of going for that like premium, aesthetically looking route, but they're not really like their goal is to make it like Hot Toys wise, where you can just bend it to where he's doing the splits. Is basically what I'm saying. But it's interesting to think about. Yeah.
Joel, what do you think in terms of articulation? Do you think this video is gonna have good articulation, or is it gonna be very limited?
I think it would have good articulation, but if the base, because the base you got with this is that a circular base, it's like the sewer, right? Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
And it's like this. If you are going to do a lot of articulation, I don't know what is the magnet points on these boots, because these boots, they are not even. So the magnets must be either in front or in the back that will then connect to the base.
I think it's all over the base. That's what I've heard.
No, I mean the boots, because
I see.
need to have a connection, right?
They're gonna right.
They need to have the magnets over there. So I think most of the poses you can do in the base itself, it's normal. It's a normal pose, or else it will not stay on the base. The magnets will not connect to each other, right?
Right.
So you need to have him maybe like this. And that's where you see most of the poses they show you with the base. When he's on the base in InArt photos, it's like in a museum pose, and most probably that's the pose they recommend you to use. If you are going to use a dynamic pose over there, it's not granted that you will not fall down, because you don't have anything grabbing the body, right? The feet are supporting the whole body. The magnets are supporting the whole body. So that's the question here. It's the same happened with the Joker, with the Pennywise. You see, every time they use them on the bases, they are in very normal, very common poses. They are not in any articulation pose. That's one thing to consider. If you want to have, for example, this Batman in a very dynamic pose, you need to ditch the base and bet on gravity and on your on your ability to pose.
Yeah, Costa, will articulation will be something that you might compromise. Let's say if they tell you, okay, we're gonna give you this figure, likeness is gonna be amazing, rooted hair, custom, whatever. Will you sacrifice that over articulation, for example?
No, like I'll get statues. Like seriously, that's why.
Good point.
That's why
Yeah.
we're into toys. I want to pose them, and
Move 'em.
sometimes you have them on your desk, and you play around with them, and
There you go.
you have fun. They make you happy. It makes me happy to be able to pose these figures and make them, like, for instance, look at what Peter Ton does. Like,
Oh yeah.
that's what I want to, like. That's why I collect 1/6 scale. So yeah, I need the articulation. So yeah, I mean, if InArt does limited articulation, I guess it just depends on how limited it is, because you're giving us all these hands that can hold guns and do stuff, but if you can't pose it, and you can only do it in the museum pose, then
Good
what's
point.
the point of giving us all these accessories?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
And another thing I wanted to mention is that this is going to have magnetic joints. So I mean, it doesn't show much here, but you can see the shape of the wrist, right? So
Right.
you can actually probably put it on the arm with no issues. Then the discussion was on your show, Riley, the other day, whether the magnets are going to be strong enough to hold this, right? And over
Right.
time, will this needs to be recharged? What is the life expectancy of this, magnetic joints? And to be fair, when they do statues, for example, they use magnetic joints all the time to attach the head sculpt or the
Right.
arms or
Right.
whatever. And I haven't heard any issues whatsoever from collectors in general that they had an issue with the magnet or something like that. So I think it's gonna be strong enough. I think we shouldn't be worried about, that over time is gonna wear off. Maybe in years could happen, but for the most part I think you should be okay, right? And also depends of the handling. How much do you handle your figure, right? Are you the ones that like to pose your figure every week, for example? Some collectors like
Right.
to put one pose, leave it there for a month, and then change the pose every month or every 2 months or every quarter, or every year sometimes. So I guess it will have to come to that, and it's obviously personal preference, right? If you're the one who like to pose your figure every day or every week, by all means, is your figure. You can do whatever you want with it, and you should be able to do it, right? You shouldn't be
Right.
limited in terms of articulation. So that's a good thing that I think we're gonna wait a little bit to hear, if the articulation is gonna be decent, I guess. But
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. I just hope that we'd have no issues whatsoever with articulation. But yeah, to everyone's point, I think if you're gonna pay that much money for a figure, for a 1/6 scale figure, it's a figure, not a statue. Good point,
Right.
Costa. Has to have articulation. Whether you're gonna use it or not, you need to have it. It's a figure, right? So I hope, and probably they will do, because they do listen to the community and the feedback. So hopefully they will give us a video about it. And talking about somebody here, he is
Hi,
KG
KG.
Collector in the
KG.
house. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys? Sorry I was late. I had to do some stuff.
No worries, man.
But I'm glad to be on here again. Man about collectibles. So how's everyone else doing?
Good,
Doing
man.
great.
It's been a minute
Doing
since I
well.
have you on the show, man.
It has been a minute. Yes, it has. But I'm glad to be on here again. So glad to talk about this InArt piece.
Oh,
Yeah, so we were talking about the InArt. So since you're here, I want to hear your thoughts about the Batman before we go to the comparison piece. So
Sure.
we were talking, the rooted hair, sculpted hair, articulation. What are your thoughts in general about this announcement?
Well, before I guess before they announced it, the tease, I wasn't really all about it, because I know that Hot Toys is the one I'm gonna go all the way through. But after looking through the photos, I personally think that this is one of their best, or maybe one of the best figures out there right now. me and Riley, we were talking about it a lot, and he makes fun of me because every time I'm like, okay, so here's the thing.
Yep.
We might,
Always
I'm
changes
right
up, man.
here, I might not. But this is something not out of the cards for me. I think I'll definitely get. This is something I might consider for sure. I still have next month to decide. But it looks great. I mean, this shot right here, it's scary Patterson. I mean, that's Robert Pattinson under the suit. It's phenomenal.
Right.
I don't see the need of the Bruce Wayne. I don't think it's a necessity for many collectors out there. I think you'll be okay just to get the standard or the premium edition of this figure, the Batman. I don't think you'll need the Bruce Wayne at all. But this figure is definitely a competition towards the Hot Toys one, because there are some stuff that I actually kind of like over this over the Hot Toys one, for sure. But yeah, we shall see how the final product turns out. But yeah, this is definitely something I am considering.
Yes, and we're 110 people watching. Please smash the like button and subscribe to all my friends' channels. All the links are down below. So now that our friend KG joined us, so we can talk about I wanted to talk about the comparison, because some person put something on the group and they did a pretty good comparison. So let me just kind of go to that particular picture here. All right, so here. All right, so I'm gonna put it again. So the comparison. All right, so they compare Hot Toys and InArt, right? Obviously, the quality on the Hot Toys is not the greatest on the picture, not the actual figure, but you can see, the details pretty much almost very similar. Obviously, it's the same character. Right. Maybe in paint application seems to be that InArt is winning a little bit more. I think it's more pale, if you will, right? Then if you see this one here, right, the Hot Toys one doesn't look that bad at all, but the one with the rooted hair definitely killing it, man.
Right.
And shout out to K1 Master, who was the one who did this, side by side comparison. So shout out to you, my friend. So I'm gonna start with KG, so then I'm gonna move up.
Sure.
This comparison, now you have the Hot Toys, the InArt. Would this, maybe change your mind and maybe go towards InArt, or you're still gonna go all in with Hot Toys?
Yeah, actually, I posted this, sent this photo to Riley as well, and a couple of the guys. This is, I think I'll still go with Hot Toys at the end of the day, but I don't mind having InArt as well. I love this movie so much, and me and Riley, Riley knows that I'm a huge supporter when it comes to this film. So anything from this film, I normally, would get. Yeah, I do think the head sculpt, if I were to compare the between, I think if you want to go for the realistic side of everything, I think InArt, it wins on that route. But both are phenomenal sculpts from the looks of it. I mean, with InArt, we don't have a full spectrum or a full circle around how the head sculpt looks like. So we're just seeing from far away shots. But from what we're seeing so far, it looks promising. This, as far as comparison, I was rewatching the Batman last night because of this, and from the looks of it, I do think that he was a little skinnier. I think InArt, for some reason, I think he's too big. That's just me.
You think InArt's too big?
I think InArt, he looks a little too big. I think Hot Toys is the right size and proportion when it comes to.
I think InArt's skinny. I think he's good, dude.
Yeah, I think InArt is a bit
Yeah, I
skinny.
think they're both good. Yeah.
No, I don't know. There's something about InArt that looks a little too bulky. Just a little too bulky for my eyes. I mean, when I was rewatching, I'm like, yeah, his body proportions are a little closer to Hot Toys one for sure. I think Hot Toys one nails it when it comes to the body proportions, but for the InArt, not so much. But we'll see. We'll see how it turns out once we do get. See this just it's too bulky for some. Maybe it's the shoulder pads or whatever it might be. But for some reason, I think the Hot Toys, when it comes to the body proportions, it's much more realistic. But we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. But yeah, I mean, they're both great figures nonetheless. I am definitely going to be getting the Hot Toys one, and I'm considering getting the InArt one.
That's a good point. I mean, the looking at this picture here, Costa, you can see the chin a bit skinnier on the InArt and a bit bigger on the Hot Toys one. But proportion wise, looking at this side by side, I think, I thought was too skinny, but now looking at it, I think looks better. I don't know. What do you think?
Like I said before, when I saw the version of the picture without the cape, I was like, that's Robert Pattinson's body, because I've studied it really studied it hard. And yeah, I mean, Cedric Diggory from Harry Potter, come on. No, anyway. But yeah, I like the InArt one. To me, without the cape, it really does look like Robert Pattinson is wearing just the bat suit without the cape. I mean, I think they did a really good job with the proportions. But I mean, they both in this picture, to me, it doesn't really look like there's a difference in
right. They look so similar.
It's so similar. Right?
I know. I'm like, which one? Like, you could we'll switch the pictures. We'll change the color in them, and like toss it out and see if you can guess which one is the InArt and which one is the Hot Toys. And at the end of the day, for $500, you can get the one premium Batman with the rooted hair, or you can, for $550, you can get the Batman, the 3 face plates, the head sculpt, the light, the flight suit. I mean, you can get a lot of stuff for $550, and if in these pictures it's not too easy to distinguish them, then I mean, again, at the end of the day, it's your choice. But it's hard for me to go for the more expensive one unless it turns out like phenomenal and just blows away the other one in person.
So you want to go? If he talks to me, I'm good.
With the Robert Pattinson voice,
right? Just always out.
Yeah.
I mean, you do have a point there too. I mean, I think when I look at this, I'm like, longevity wise, I do see Hot Toys winning. Like, as far as posing it like crazy and all that. With InArt, we don't know yet how that's going to hold up. I mean, we're seeing the videos, and the video that they posted just like right today, and there were some, like, it's not doing any crazy poses. Like, I'm not expecting it to do like gymnastic, Olympic kind of poses. But like, in the film, like, you want to do some poses that it can pull off, like, if you want to copy something from the film. But I mean, the poses for some reason to me kind of look very limited with the InArt. I think if you were to get both of these, I would think that you would put InArt in the museum pose and the Hot Toys into a crazy pose. Because we really don't know how long this thing will last. I mean, look at the Joker. We're still waiting on the Joker. Until we get that Joker, I think that will answer pretty much everything that we need from art. But for now, we just don't know anything.
Yeah, and talking about the video, I'm gonna see if I can put it on. I'm not gonna put the audio because I don't want to get banned. But so let me see if I can do it. So before we go, so you want to say something? You want to add something else?
Yeah, I was gonna say with Articulation, we know that Hot Toys has the motorcycle, and that we're hoping that it articulates enough to sit on that thing.
Right.
So I mean, you get cooler accessories, and you don't know if you buy the Hot Toys, Bat motorcycle, if the InArt one could even do anything on it. So it'd be cool, to see. But that's another reason why you go Hot Toys, especially if you want that bike. That thing looks cool.
Right. Yeah, here's the video.
So let's take a look at the video real quick. I didn't put the audio, but you see the card opening.
I'm listening to audio.
I can hear that. I can hear audio.
Oh, you can hear?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's weird.
So
That's a
hopefully-
pretty good scope, man. that right there.
There
That's
you go.
pretty good.
There we go.
So the code is wired as well.
Yeah.
Based on
that
the
was
Yeah.
picture.
This
That's another
video really did it for me. I'm not gonna lie. It looks really good from this video.
Yeah, that's a nice
Love the
card.
cards.
I like the car. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, the base looks really good as well.
I just want that computer. That's all I want. that's
Yeah.
That's
all
a
I need.
smoother one. I mean, you can. I mean, so far you can at least move the arms up.
right.
So that's good. That's an improvement right
That's
there.
a good sign.
That's a good sign.
It can move its arm up. Oh my god.
It's a game changer.
It's a game changer. You can move the arm. Yeah, you can open the card. That's another improvement.
Oh my
That's-
god, you can
Wow.
open it? No
You
way.
can open it.
Does the computer have Wi-Fi?
that's-
This is revolutionary. I'm telling you.
Maybe.
This is
Is he?
Oh, yeah. No, it looks.
that's a pretty good pose. That looked like a pose from the film.
I like
Yeah.
this. This is awesome.
This was an
Yeah.
amazing shot. This
Yeah.
one was really good.
That looks like a still from a movie. Really
That
good.
is- that is- All right, I'm gonna pre-order it.
All right. So let's everyone take a
We're all
moment to
buying it.
pre-order this, and we'll come back in a few minutes. Kidding.
That's $1 billion.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, freaking
$1
get it.
million. Okay, enough. Okay, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I just put the other video on the other side. Okay, Riley, I'm gonna go to you now. Comparison side by side, Hot Toys versus InArt. One thing I noticed, and maybe it's just me, I think the Hot Toys arm look a bit smaller. Isn't that just me?
Yeah, maybe. I was gonna say there. Well,
Shorter.
I don't know. It kind of depends because his arm is kind of bending more, so it's kind of hard to compare it. But I think when it comes to the head sculpt, I think InArt that they won that like indefinitely. I think that they
Yeah,
really caught like the chin of Robert Pattinson in comparison to Hot Toys. Hot Toys is very good. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying when you compare the two, I think it's a no-brainer. That looks
Mhm.
like you're looking at Robert Pattinson with his cowl on. But
Yeah.
I mean, like you said about the body, it's kind of interesting because I feel like the main consensus about the body for InArt was that it was too skinny. But I mean, you kind of raised a good point, KG, with how like if you do look at them side by side, it kind of looks like the body itself, like the chest, is kind of bulky.
Yeah.
I don't know what would be more accurate. I'd have to see I'd probably have to watch the movie again. I don't really remember as much. I got to rewatch it, but I think it's a tough one. I mean, what we just saw from that video, which is a great video, it does seem like you're getting nice articulation. It's not going to be like I said, it's not going to be your standard just up and down, which is kind of weird because like all the photos they showed in the photos were all just like his arms were down. So I don't know why they didn't want to show the articulation in the photos, but I think we're going to get enough for this figure because Dante, like you said, that rumor of how they're going to base it off the specific characters. I mean, Batman in the movie, for the most part, like 80% of the time, he was just walking. Like there really wasn't like when there was action, there was some like moving with the arms, but nothing like he's not Spider-Man, so you don't need like the unlimited range. But nonetheless, I think that when it comes to InArt, the posing, I think it's enough to where it's valid. Hot Toys, if you're gonna want to go all out posing, kind of like KG said, I think you got to go with Hot Toys. But I think they're gonna make sure that the longevity lasts, even if you have it in poses. I mean, this thing is premium prices. They're gonna make sure that it can last through and throughout. But like Costa said, it's kind of a tricky one because they just look so similar that if you're that much of a fan, I think, and you like rooted hair, I think you go with the InArt. But if you're not so invested in this film, then maybe you should just stick with Hot Toys. That's what I would say.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point too. And Brandon Sal said, "How you doing, Brandon? Thank you for stopping by, my friend. It's unfortunate that every dynamic pose in the video was in almost no light, and it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
Joe, do you
So
think?
true.
Do you think InArt will release another video with more light so we can see the actual articulation on the figure?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It happened the same with the Joker. Everyone was asking for more videos, more stuff, and they didn't show you as much.
Right.
I think that's all you will get from this Batman. Comparing the pictures, there's also one thing is that Hot Toys, they have a lot of experience doing these promo photos, so they add a lot of lighting, a lot of effects. You see, InArt is just a white background, is as simple as it gets. So it plays a bit also with saturation, and Hot Toys abuses the saturation on the photos. This is common from them. So, for example, in the chin, the lighting, you see a more saturation in the Hot Toys photo. Maybe the final product in end will not be same, but you can see here. Can you go back? That posing photo is, I think it's from the video, this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With let's be honest here. If you are if you are considering that you need to have the magnets, it's the magnets holding the figure, right?
Yeah.
I think it's very difficult to correct this pose unless the magnets are hyper
Everywhere.
strong.
It's a good point.
The magnets are on the boots.
I
Do you
mean,
think
living
it's
in
going to be strong magnets or what? Do you think it's going to be weak magnets? That's the one thing
No,
I'm having.
it's one thing that is interesting. I was checking just when we were talking about magnets, and actually, if they use proper magnets, they will only weaken 1% in around 5 to 10 years, which is not bad. But it depends then how will you store those pieces with magnets, because if there are other magnet pieces, they will start weaken with time if they have a magnetic field around them. So now we need to consider, where can I store my InArt pieces? I need to store them in a safe, free of magnet field place. No, but I think this pose,
They
unless
definitely do.
this
Yeah.
pose, it's possible, probably yes. But would I risk this pose with my Batman? No, because I would depend on the magnets and who knows what.
So the root hair figures will cover the comp? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
A 6-scale comb.
A
That's what we're
6
gonna
scale
get.
comp and
No, actually, it's a good question. Actually, the rooted hair, the figures, the best thing for you to use, it's actually a toothbrush.
yeah,
Yeah.
toothbrush.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to talk about the prices, because price matters, man. We are very responsible collectors. We always talk about prices, what's best, what's
No, we
not
don't.
good, you know. Yeah.
No. we
So
don't.
I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna start with Joao on this one. Prices. All right. So this is the prices based on 1/6 kit, and this is the okay. So we have the standard version, 291, and this is pretty much everything this figure comes with. The premium edition, which is pretty much rooted hair, you know, and everything else, 380. Then we have the standard. What the heck? Then we have the standard Batman
There you go.
with 380, right? And then we have the premium one, rooted hair, and the computer, right? Everything else pretty much the same thing, but just a computer, right? Then we have the bat signal 185 by itself, and then if you want to go all in with everything you see in the previous picture, is 990. So Joel, prices are there. You know, I think we have a decent amount of options for collectors, and I think that's something that we always talk about. Options, give us options, let us decide what we want, and I think they did. I think me personally, I'm definitely leaning towards the premium edition, the 500. I don't think I'm gonna get the all in with with Bruce Wayne. I don't know, but I want to hear your thoughts on the pricing.
Now, I think no one will get the Bruce Wayne by itself.
Yeah.
I think there's no reason for that. I think you got a good deal with the 381. I think the 380 is sculpted, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The 380 is sculpted, the 500 is rooted.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then you compare, you are paying 500 for the rooted one, and you got all those accessories. But then Hot Toys has the bat signal and has the diorama base for 515 or 520. You know, so that's where it gets a bit tricky, because the Hot Toys is 520 with bat signal and the diorama base. This one comes only with the base and with those accessories. So I still think that if you are going with the InArt one, I think the all-in still the best option, honestly, because for everything that you get, but I don't know, because you are getting two figures, the Bruce Wayne that I don't need the Bruce Wayne that much.
Sound divisive. Yeah.
It's a bit difficult, you know. I would prefer if they give us a 2-pack without the bat signal and the bat signal separate, and then you could, let's say, for maybe, if you are going to take that, maybe 800, 750, something like that. And because the bat signal, remember, this is a big piece. I have the Hot Toys one, and that's huge, the Dark Knight one. It's even difficult to pose him with the figures, because it's a huge piece. And this one, I think, will be around the same size. I don't know, man. I think 500 for that Batman there. If you compare what Hot Toys is giving you,
And we will compare. I'm gonna actually jump next to compare that. But before we go to Riley here, 135 people watching. Please hit the like button, guys,
Hit the like button.
and subscribe to all my friends' channels here. Subscribe, like, become a member. If you haven't become a member yet, please consider doing so to support the channel. That help us to keep growing and keep the momentum going. And of course, join the Facebook group 6Scale Media. My Nightbot is actually working fine. It's working non-stop here. Yeah, join the Facebook group. All right, Riley, prices. We talk about this on the channel. Just kind of piggyback on what you pretty much shared on your show the other day.
Yeah.
These are the prices, man. Which one is the one now that you have at least 24 hours to dissect all this information? Are you still going with the premium one, or maybe you may change your mind to go with the all-in?
It's a good question. It's tough because yeah, thank you, appreciate it. But it's hard because when I want, if I'm getting the 500 edition, I want to get the bat signal, which is 180. These are all shipped, so I'm paying 680 ships for both of those, and that's close to $700. The problem is that I know they do on purpose, is that they put the all-in one for the extra, like, I think it's like 300 or 280 or something to get everything. I mean, you're just getting everything with it. You're getting the Batman, you're getting the Bruce Wayne. So it's kind of tough for me because I am going to get the bat signal, and I feel like putting that extra amount of money, I feel like I might regret it if I don't do that. But at the same time, I don't know, man. I feel like the one thing that I think they missed was specifically with the accessories is that they're very similar. When you look at the Bruce Wayne and you look at the Batman's accessories, there's not really that many differences. You're just getting a lot of the Riddler stuff, a lot of the Riddler paper cards, and I think you get like some cash with Bruce Wayne. But I mean, that's nice, but I don't think it's enough for me to go all in. If with the all in they included like a special thing, like an accessory or something that diversifies the two, then I would say, okay, maybe I'll do all in. But the fact that you're just getting, I mean, both of them, and the accessories they just seem too similar to me, man. And I feel like 80% of it's just gonna sit in the box. I don't think I'm gonna use most of them. So
yeah, no, I think it's
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
And look at the cards. Sorry to cut you, but look at the cards from the red ones from the Bruce Wayne Premium and then the Batman Premium, right? Does that mean that we're gonna get 4 of the same cards, or are they gonna just kind of omit the duplicates?
No, they'll. I don't know. That's kind of interesting. They'll probably just give you a duplicate of them. I think so. I don't think they'll give you the same one.
What's the point of giving you a duplicate?
That's what I'm saying, though. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm like, I don't want to do the all in, because it's like they're giving us the same thing. If they did the all in, but you get like, I don't know what it would be from the movie.
You get a car. You get the car.
Yeah, you get the car itself. Yeah, but
it's not a lot of accessories. Let me tell you that. I mean, hands are hands, but. But
they're trying to justify as much as possible, but
it's just tough because like KG and others mentioned, I don't think that Bruce Wayne is a necessity for my collection. So I think I'm just gonna end up going the premium route. I mean, look at the Hot Toys one; you're getting so much with it as well. It's tricky. It's a really tricky one. But when it comes to InArt specifically, I think I'm gonna do the premium 500 because, I mean,
you want the computer.
I want the computer. Exactly.
I need it.
I need it.
You want it. Accessory.
Yeah, I need the smallest thing ever. Have to, but it's interesting to think about for sure.
But besides the computer, the Hot Toys one have exactly the same accessories, right? Take out the cards.
Not the computer.
Without computer, without the cards, maybe the grappling gun.
I think it is.
And Hot Toys only comes with one card.
One card,
yeah.
But I'd rather sacrifice the cards and get more stuff, more accessories. Yeah. But let me go with. Go ahead, finish your point. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, for me, when it comes to InArt, I think that each of the just non-rooted versions aren't for me because I just think that you just go with Hot Toys when it comes to that. So it's between the premium one, which is 500, and the Bat Signal, which is 185. So I'll get both of those, and I'll just be done. Or I just go all in. But I don't think I'm going to do all in. I think I'm just going to end up going premium for me.
Yes, and with 135 people watching, guys, hit the like button. And also, I put a poll on the chat. So please answer the poll because I want to see where you are. Which version of Batman are you going to get so we can share the results live? And Mr. Costa, based on the prices here, which one is the one that you might be saying, yeah, you know what, maybe I should pull the trigger for this one?
Well, not based on the prices. I would get the premium Batman one out of all of them because I would want the rooted hair if I'm going with InArt.
Right.
That was interesting call about getting the same cards and accessories for
That's what I'm saying.
for Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne barely touched those cards, if at all. You know,
It's true.
He was in
He
the
never
suit
touched
the
them, I
whole
think.
like he was
all
in
he
the
had was
bat
his
suit the
car
whole time.
keys, pretty much. That's all he
Yeah,
had.
I mean, like, they could have given maybe they had the scared kid that he tackled as an accessory. That would have been cool.
The scared kid.
Jesus.
You know,
I
they're
would
like,
think
oh,
about
I
it.
gotta get the kid before the car hits him. But yeah, why that is baffling. If you want to do an all-in, have something totally different than
Right.
any of the individual
Give you-
ones that are there.
Give you an incentive.
and all-
Yeah.
Yeah, like add. You're right. You were right, Riley. Add an accessory that you can't get with the other ones,
Mhm.
and then you
Yeah.
need to diversify your accessories between the Bruce Wayne and the Batman.
Right.
Like, what about here? Did they give the package that explode like that Alfred? I don't know.
That would have been
I
cool.
don't know.
No, they
didn't.
didn't. They didn't.
Yeah.
include that. It's a good one. Yeah.
I mean,
But-
I don't know. I'm just
I don't know.
Why don't you give us some cats?
Spitballing
Do
here.
that. Some 1/6 cats.
God,
rooted.
those cats.
You know,
yeah,
I
1/6 cats or bats.
I think it was a bit lazy on your part. I mean, just my personal opinion. I can be wrong. When they did the all-in package, they should have just kind of put, okay, you're gonna get these 2 figures and this amount of accessories, and avoid and cut the duplicates out, right? The
Right.
duplicate cards. And I think we have 1, 2, 3 duplicates, right? 1, 2, 3. I feel, or maybe
Yeah.
4, 5. I mean, all pretty much half of this is duplicates compared to this. So if we're gonna get
Right.
duplicates, I mean, I don't know. I don't think collectors will want to have 2 of the same cards.
Right.
What's the purpose
And-
of it?
and-
You know?
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and if we're talking about InArt's like accessories, because we're used, a good amount of accessories. If you go back to all their
Right.
figures so far, a lot of them are paper products.
Bare bones.
Yeah, bare bones. They're nothing special. Probably never use them, but like
Right.
you had to complain, I guess, to get Gandalf's staff. Was that what?
Yeah,
was that
Pretty
the-
much.
Yeah.
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 And that
Yep.
should have been in there, right? It's Gandalf. He has a staff and he uses it.
Yeah.
So so stop with the paper products InArt and give us something substantial.
It's a good point.
I think I guess what they're really trying to do is showcase the figure, right? And don't put any accessories in there. Just do even less,
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, because these accessories
off
are
my
really
soapbox
useless. No, but it's a good point. These accessories to me are useless. I mean, the cards. I mean, if it's a couple, it's fine. But I mean, they pretty much include every single card from the freaking movie.
Yeah.
And I kind of knew
mean-
that. And I kind of knew that.
Right.
I kind of knew that. But I'm gonna go to KG on this one. So KG, if you go all in, let's assume you go all in, and you open the packaging and you see duplicate cards,
Throw them out.
what are you gonna say? I'm like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. For me, man, things are getting expensive. I'm just gonna go collect Barbies again.
Yeah.
No,
There you go.
I'm not gonna, no, I'm just-
Hey, Barbies are cool, man.
No, it's. I think I'm in the same boat with I think pretty much everybody. I would pick up the premium version. I think that's your best value. I mean, look, no question about it. But the Bruce Wayne looks great. It looks good. I think for me as a collector, I don't see the necessity. Plus, there's a third party out there that's
Not bad.
for relatively cheap. I can pick that up, and it might not be InArt or Hot Toys quality, but I have the option to. But I think what have made this set more appealing is 2 things. One, they could have done the Bruce Wayne and the night outfit gear in the film. When he's when he's wear the suit, he's wearing a jacket, hat.
That would have been cool.
Or I think the most obvious one is a Selena Kyle, Zoe Kravitz's Catwoman.
That would have
I
been a
think that would've-
no-brainer.
That would have brought a lot of collectors' attention. Like, okay, go for the 990 or whatever, 1,000 or 1,200 for the piece, because then that to me is, well, I think as a business standpoint, that will sell more than this Bruce Wayne does. I think and I expect.
You mean if they would have done 2 different packages, like besides the Batmans, just put Bruce Wayne and Selena Kyle? Like a
Batman
two-pack?
Batman and Selena Kyle. Yeah, Batman. and
Batman, Selena, Bruce Wayne, and Selena. Because I think if it's Bruce Wayne, Selena, Kyle, maybe would take more orders. I don't know, just the way I see it. But go ahead.
Okay, yeah, it could have,
I think that having the Batman though, it's kind of like the Bat and the Cat, like what they said in the trailer. Like that's kind of like
Kinda
they're
nice
like
ring
the
to it.
duo in the film. Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Ring. But I don't know. You
Exactly.
kind of raise a good point that they're both like have the human normal sculpt.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Exactly. So, and I don't know. I'm still deciding, but I do think the Bruce Wayne, both versions are going to sit. First, I feel like they're going to sit in stock. They're not going to go anywhere. I don't think a lot of people are going to be it's not going to be like their number one option when it comes to buying. Now this $515 for what
Plus
you get
taxes, plus shipping, right? Remember these prices here are shipped, right?
So
are shipped. Everything.
Let's say, okay, so I live in California, so it's gonna be like close to 600. Let's say even 580 ship. I think for what you're getting the bat signal with it. That to me is a game. I mean, come on.
Couple cards or one card. Bunch of hands.
You know what I think it is too? I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna do the same thing with Ray. They're gonna add more accessories. For some reason, I think they're gonna add a little more accessories.
I think they're gonna add more cards. I don't
more
think
cards, please.
More paper cards.
Just to match.
They gotta match the card game with InArt. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
We got to go ahead, guys. Go. But yeah, no, I just want that small computer. That's what I need. I just want that computer. Screw the figure. I don't care about the figure anymore.
So if we're talking about comparing and which one should be best for you, I mean, again, it comes to personal preference at the end of the day. So this is just merely comparing the numbers because again, numbers don't lie. You see 500 versus 400. Numbers don't lie. So we're comparing the all-in here, $900, $990 all-in, meaning chipped and everything. This one here, $515, of course, less one figure. But then we have this option here that I just kind of took it, and again, shout out to Riley because he was talking about this on his show and just wanted to put it in pictures so you guys can see. So we have the Hot Toys one, which I'm leaning towards that one, to be honest with you. Then my dilemma is going to be which one should I keep? Because I need to get both for you guys so I can compare it and you guys can see side by side. But now the question is, if you have the Hot Toys one coming with all these accessories, right? $515 plus taxes and shipping, depending on where you are in the world or in the US. And then you have $380 and $185 comes in, $565 all in shipped. Again, this is a standard edition, not rooted here. You can have a contender here, but I still think even if you get these two, like the 380 and 185, you still get more for your money with the Hot Toys one. So I'm gonna start with cost on this one.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you definitely do. You get the diorama base, you get the flight suit if you want to do any of those, that pose. You get the 3 face plates, so you can change expressions with the helmet on. Yeah, I mean, again, they look similar. So it's hard. Like with the rooted hair, I would go with the Hot Toys because it comes with more and it doesn't look that much different. I wouldn't feel like crap, if I got the Hot Toys one. I wouldn't be like, I missed out on that one has a little bit
best one,
better look to it. Yeah. I also figured out what I'm gonna do if I was to get InArt all those extra cards. I'm gonna lay them around the house and have my wife find them.
Yeah, right.
Be like
Discover
serial
clues.
killer. Yeah, it's like
it's perfect.
Put riddles. Yeah, give
riddles,
us some riddles. But yeah, like the Hot Toys one. You get even the diorama base, doesn't it? It changes. Like it has 2 different looks
like
to it,
3
right?
different configurations.
Yeah. So you got the 3 different configurations. You got the extra face plates for expression. You can
scroll suit.
There's so much. You even get a card. So you have that covered.
No.
Yeah.
Not enough cards.
That's all I need is 1 card. That's all right. But yeah, I would if we're going rooted. I mean, if we're going sculpted to sculpted, the Hot Toys all in all day. for me.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the general consensus. And yes, I mean the InArt Haskell looks really good, but Joao, I know in China it's a bit cheaper, right? Than what we paid here. Is about the same price
For which one?
for all the packages or all the
No,
versions.
it's always cheaper, but
Not that much, or
it's a bit. I would say the Batman I was checking yesterday, the all-in.
Mhm.
If compare the normal prices, here is around almost $200 cheaper.
Oh wow,
Almost,
wow.
because we get free shipping also, right? But
Mm.
comparing these two, I was checking last night the Hot Toys one. If you use the diorama, that diorama is not the base. I would call like a stairs. It's like a stairs diorama, and when it combines perfectly with the back signal. And when you put
True.
Batman pose there, it really looks good. Again, I would say is if you want like a more, I cannot say it's more accurate to the movie because they look so similar, the InArt and the Hot Toys
Right,
one.
right.
I cannot point a fault on the Hot Toys one, right?
Mhm,
Because
mhm.
we don't have the InArt in end. Probably in the end, maybe it will be a bit more accurate in the painting, in the rooted hair and so on. But for a Batman itself, if you just need a Batman and you want a whole package, I still think the Hot Toys have a great value for what you pay for everything. You got the wingsuit, you got that. Okay, Hot Toys also give you that cardboard to use in the back of the diorama base, but I don't know who even uses those cards. My cards are all inside
Right.
boxes. I never use those
Hmm.
backdrops. But I mean, I still think the Hot Toys holds pretty much for the value and for everything that they give you.
Mhm.
Um, I would only consider InArt if I want Bruce Wayne together and Batman and the rooted hair going the as premium as you can with this. But yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough. 135 people watching. Please smash the like button, guys. Let's get to 100 likes. Let's get to 100 likes. Come on,
Yes,
guys.
come on.
Just
Easy.
grab your
Let's do
click,
that.
click, 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 click.
Tap it.
click,
Right.
There.
click, click, click,
So
click.
I'm gonna go to KG on this one, and then my friend Riley's gonna have the last word on this.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you can see the side by side comparison in terms of pricing. Which one is the one? If you have to buy it right now, which one would you go?
Why not both? Nah.
Oh God, it's a good call.
I am definitely getting the
Greed.
Hot Toys one. I'm definitely getting the Hot Toys one. There's no question about it. I'm getting the Hot Toys one. I think I'm also going to get the premium version, but without the bat signal. That to me is because I already have a bat signal. I don't need two bat signals. I think one's enough for me. And Hot Toys is the great thing with Hot Toys is that it's powered by USB, whereas the InArt one is powered by batteries. So
And another thing, maybe they're not gonna include the batteries in the packaging. So, but they will tell you where to buy them.
right,
Maybe.
hey, you can
No,
go buy
that's
your
actually
batteries
what
from
I heard.
Walmart, you know.
That would suck.
Yeah, so I think for me, I'm gonna go for the premium version, but without the bat signal, just the figure itself, and obviously the Hot Toys. I think
Hmm.
they're both because I'm biased. Man. Me and Ryder just love this film so much.
Yeah.
You know, it's a 10 out of 10 film for both of us, and I would love to have every single anything Batman related as far as I can afford it. So yeah, definitely both for sure. But if you're telling me to pick one, I would say Hot Toys, but I'm gonna pick up two in real life and not in this game.
All right, Ryder, you have the last word on this one. Enlighten us in
Ah.
terms of pricing.
Oh man, this is a tough one. I've spoken about this before. I think when it comes to InArt, it's based off the love you have for the character. For me, this one's a no-brainer because I love the movie. It's like one of my favorite movies. Definitely my favorite movie of this year. I love it. But I think it's just whichever the one that you really do love the most, I'd say go InArt because that's where they're going to give you the best quality for what you're getting. Now, if we're talking money,
Sure.
I think the best way to go for that budgeting, Hot Toys is a no-brainer. It's very, very similar to the InArt like we've all talked about, but I think the one thing that InArt just edges it over is quality. Think about the cape. It's going to be a leather cape, apparently. That's what we're having.
Mhm.
So now we're not going to have to deal with anything's deteriorating. All the materials are going to be very highly quality and etc. That's what they've said. We haven't seen anything in hand, but they've said that when it comes to quality, they're going to give you the best bang for your buck. So that's why they're kind of giving it the edge in pricing. But like I said, with Hot Toys, if you just want to have a figure from this movie that you like and you want to have nice articulation with it, and you know it is because it's Hot Toys and we already know, I think go with Hot Toys. That's the no-brainer. But if you do love this movie enough, I'd say go with InArt, because I think someone said in the comments, quality is always better than quantity. So in InArt, you might not be getting that many things. You might be getting just a lot of paper, but the figure itself, I think it's going to be better than Hot Toys quality-wise. So I think if you love the film enough and you love the character enough, I'd say go InArt. I think I'm just going to go with InArt because I don't think I can justify buying 2 Batmans. I don't think I need 2 Batmans for my display. I'm serious, bro. I know. As much as I love the film, dude. Dude, you're talking. Look at this photo he put. It's $515 for the Hot Toys, and then $500 for the premium InArt. I mean, you're looking at $1,100 for both. I don't think I can justify that. But I think I love the film enough to where I want the best quality thing on my shelf, and when people see it, they're gonna be like, "Wow, this is the real deal. This is the next big level." But we haven't seen anything in hand. So hopefully it does come out that way. Yeah, exactly. But for me, I'm going InArt.
Don't you think J&D want to order?
No, maybe not. We don't talk about that. But next topic.
All right. So the next topic, we're gonna talk about this one. Go ahead, Costa, before we move on to the next one.
No. I was just gonna say you never know what happens when it's in production.
Yeah,
exactly.
Things happen, and things get messed up, even if they're a second batch of things. Anyway.
Yeah. It's true.
Fair enough. Okay, so the next topic is we have a new Wong in town. So Wong matters. It is not Hot Toys. It is not. And I know a lot of people waiting for it, but we got a third-party company doing it. And of course, we have to talk to the third-party guru, Mr. Julio.
Yes.
All right, so TB, I don't know, is that T Babies 006, whatever. I don't know the actual name of this company, but tell me your thoughts about this Sorcerer Supreme. The pictures doesn't look that bad. I think the outfit looks much better than the head sculpt, but we can argue that. What are your thoughts on this one, Senor Joao?
It's not TB, it's Toys Battalion, okay?
Toys Battalion, sorry.
Oh, there you go. Sorry.
Get it right, guys.
So
sorry.
Grouchy.
Yeah. In bullshit.
I knew it was Toys Battalion. Just wanted to let you know.
Oh, you knew.
They did
Todo bien, 006. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean they had sculpt. I think looks okay, but they did before. What's the name? The Sorcerer Supreme. Why? Sorry. What's the name of this one? No, it's the ancient one. The ancient one.
Oh,
they did the ancient one.
Yeah, but this is a different one though.
I know, but they did the ancient one. I didn't review it because when I opened the box, that was a piece of crap. It was horrible. The head sculpt was horrible. The body was horrible, and you can see Justin's review. He reviewed that. I still think that was really horrible. But I mean, Toys Battalion, they have some. Is a hit and miss, right? I know that M Toys is going to do this one as well. M Toys already showed the head sculpt, and I don't know if this. I don't know the price of this is what 150, 140. I even don't know the price for this. I think you should wait for Hot Toys. I think Hot Toys is going to do it because now there are already three third parties showing it. I think Hot Toys is going to do it. But if you really need these, what's the release date for these? I even don't know. I didn't check much about this one. Do you know?
No idea. But what about what do you think about the head sculpt? I mean, do you think it looks good? It looks decent?
I think it looks third party. It's not the best. It's not the worst, but I don't know. Do you think? Do you when you see this? Do you think it looks good? I don't know.
I think it looks okay. I mean, not like perfect.
It looks third party. It's my meaning.
Right.
It doesn't look. It doesn't have that super accuracy and that amazing paint application. And you also need to consider that the problem with these third parties is that every prototype always looks much better than the final product. They are very deceiving, and it's one thing that you learn with time. It happen over and over again. They use a lot of Photoshop on these prototypes. They increase a lot of the paint application is enhanced a lot, and the final product is not always the best. So that's why I always said, if you can get this for 150, 140, go for it. You don't lose a lot, and you will get a good background figure for your display. That's about it. These Toys Battalion, I think this is Toys Era, this other brand from them. So I tell you, other figure they did was the Mars Guardian. It was from the Snyder Cut. I don't know.
The human Mars
Martian
Hunter.
Manhunter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Martian
Manhunter. And
like
that was horrible. That was
Really?
horrible as well. Really, that was horrible. It was other figure that I had a lot of problems with it, and I had to send mine back because that came with a plastic body, green body. When I was trying to pose it, the leg broke.
Jeez.
Damn.
And
It seems like this company doesn't have a good rep then. Jeez.
No, I mean, it could be maybe just mine that I wasn't lucky, but I remember that you have to remove the head to use the lighting in the eyes, and mine one, only the left eye was lighting up, the right eye was not lighting up, so I ended up sending it back. I mean, what's that? No, I mean, I still think that this figure probably holds because many people are asking for this Wong. Hot Toys have not introduced it yet. Either you wait, you get this one for a good price, and if you regret it, then you just need to, I don't know,
sell it. Well, this is the thing. I mean, Hot Toys is kind of like a sleeping on it. I mean, they should have done this a long time ago. But again, and the funny thing is, like, it's an Asian character, so they should have just kind of like do it right away, right? You know, people would have thought that that's what they're gonna do, but they didn't do it, and we don't know if it's because of the likeness or contract. We have no clue. But let me move on to Riley, so we can continue this conversation going. Is this something that you might consider getting, or definitely you're gonna wait for Hot Toys to announce the official version of this?
I think this would be one that I would skip on, because I mean, for me, I've never actually owned a third party yet in collecting, and I'm very, very selective when it comes to third party, and I'm also very worried about third party because I mean, a lot of what they show, it looks really good, but like Joao said, there's a lot of companies that when it comes to the final, it really, really takes a turn for the worse. But but on the other hand, there are some that come out really good, and then you missed out. It sells out and it jumps in value. So it's kind of a tricky one with third party. I don't know if you'd want to end up pre-ordering and take the risk. It's kind of a risk for reward situation. But to me, I haven't taken a risk on third parties because I like to wait to see what the final product turns out for a third party, because they don't really have the dependency of a Hot Toy or other brands that have figures that are just amazing throughout, usually most of the time. But with this figure, I feel like you'll get it from Hot Toys. I mean, Hot Toys has done a Morbius. Come on, you got to do a Wong at this point. We got a Morbius from that nobody in the world, no one ever thought Hot Toys would ever do, but we got him. So I think that Wong will come from Hot Toys. But like you guys said, the question is when. I mean, he's been in a million films, especially in Phase 4, this newest phase. He's been in every movie, and we still haven't seen him. So it's kind of a weird one. I feel like they would have done it by now, but maybe, I don't know, dude. Maybe it's something with the actual actor. He hates Hot Toys, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think so.
But yeah. Based off these photos, I mean, it looks good. Like you said, the head sculpt looks pretty good. I mean, it looks like the actors. It's pretty good head sculpt, I think. But like I said, when it comes to the final, we're going to find out how it actually turns out, how the body is. But from what I'm saying, it looks solid. And if you can't wait any longer for a Wong, then maybe this will be your best bet, but not for me.
Fair enough. And before I go with Costa, I want to see if I can share the results of the poll for the Batman one. So while this thing loads, let's see how many people wanted to get this figure. All right, so let's just wait a second here. But 130 people watching. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button.
To 100.
Let's get to 100. Come on. I know we can do it. I know we can do it. All right, so while we're waiting for the results, Mr. Costa, is this something that you might consider getting, or definitely wait for Hot Toys?
I wouldn't get this. I'm waiting for Hot Toys. They're gonna make it. They were just waiting for his appearance in She-Hulk, so that's coming up.
True.
It's coming up in a soon, because it starts this Thursday. So That's going to be the definitive Wong, the one in She-Hulk. But yeah, they're going to make it. I mark my words right now. We'll come back in a year. We'll have a Wong.
Okay, I'm going back to the stream. I'm saving the stream.
We're gonna Wong.
Save this. Mark it, everybody, in the comments,
will.
please. Mark it.
9:20 p.m.
No, I
Eastern
think we'll-
time.
There you go.
Yeah,
1 hour
I actually
15
think
minutes in
they'll-
the stream.
August 16th.
I think they're gonna announce it soon too. I don't think. I think you know, with Asian characters, they want to get the sculpts perfect because it represents the people that make the figures. It represents Hong Kong. He's son of Hong Kong immigrants to England, so they want to make sure that these are perfect. And when that thing is perfect, they'll announce it. It's going to be spectacular. We're going to be excited. It'll probably be under the Multiverse of Madness moniker because I think they're coming out. They've come out with a bunch of figures under that line, so I think they want to continue it and round it out. So yeah, wait for Hot Toys, people.
Yeah, no, wait for Hot Toys. Mr. KG, last word on this one.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty evident that we should get a Wong figure from Hot Toys because he's been appearing in almost every single Marvel film and show right now, and now he's going to be in She-Hulk. Yeah, I think it's cool. Would I get a Wong? I don't think so. I think it's a figure that I think I will pass if Hot Toys were to do one. I just don't see Wong in my collection. If I'm gonna get him, I don't think he will stay for long because I buy things that I love. And if I were to buy something from this Doctor Strange line, it would be Doctor Strange or Scarlet Witch. Wong would not be the case either a third party or an official licensed product from Hot Toys. But it's cool. I know a lot of people were wanting a Wong, so this is a great option for anybody. I think this is the only Wong we have right now in the market. So I think you guys should pick it up. I think it's like 150, 200,
something like that. If Wong gets announced by Hot Toys tonight, if it gets announced tonight by Hot Toys, I'll buy it for KG.
Yeah, that might.
You heard it here.
Either way, I'll have
contract.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
But yeah, it's gonna be a pass. There are other priorities for me. So.
Fair enough. All right, so let's talk about some predictions here. So I just put together a bunch of figures that I think are gonna happen anytime soon. Because I mean they're pretty much scheduled to be released between now September and October. So the first one is this Vision here. So this one is actually between August and September, and since we already got Vision, I think Wanda should be the next one, which I think is the next slide. But anyone can see this happening this month at all, or do you think Hot Toys is going to push on this one and maybe prioritize other figures, like probably Star Wars figures, for example? So I'm gonna go with I'm gonna start with Costa on this one.
Do I think it's gonna be released anytime soon?
It's set to release between August and September. This one,
yeah.
According to SciShow.
I mean, they did release the Vision. It's basically a white version of that. I mean, how much do they really have to change the color? I could see it come out between August and December. Yeah.
And we have Six Skill Mafia Anthony in the house. What's up, my friend? Hope you're feeling better, sir. My friend is feeling a bit sick, but hopefully you feel better, my friend.
Oh no, man.
It sucks.
So you think it's gonna be between you said December? You think?
Yeah, I think it'll hit its window. I don't see why it wouldn't. This one, on the other hand,
this one I have a feeling. I have a feeling, and I'm gonna go with Joao. I'm just gonna flash different figures, and I'm gonna ask you guys to tell me if you think it's gonna happen this month or next month. So Costa said Vision probably by December. Do you can see this happening, Joao, happening this month or next month?
I don't know.
Because Vision is already out, so it
Vision
will make sense to me.
Vision it would make sense if it's possible. This coming out this or next month, yes. If I want it, no. I want Batman Forever that is delayed with Robin. I want
Yeah.
so many stuff that they are delaying. But yeah, I think these are. I heard that they are prioritizing Marvel releases now, so I don't know which ones they are going to go with. But yeah, if you go, I don't know if you have Star Wars figures here in your list, but there are so many stuff from Mandalorian that should be going out now, and they are also being delayed. So I really don't know. Like Bo-Katan, right?
No,
Bo-Katan should be
no,
released already. No
Yeah.
Katan.
yeah. So so let's move on to the next one, Riley. This one here. This one is,
Oh,
I think, this has to happen like
yeah.
soon. I mean, this thing has been delayed like
I
a
think
long,
so.
long
This
time.
is like on the bottom of like Sideshow's like newest. Like it needs to come. It's been ages. I mean, this movie feels like it came out like 10 years ago. Honestly,
What?
know.
it's oh yeah. What is this movie? I don't know. But
This is
no,
the classic
I'm
too,
excited.
so-
Yeah, I'm excited for this one actually because I don't have a Wonder Woman, and I feel like I hope they nail this one with the sculpted. I passed on the rooted because I don't think they really nailed the rooted when it comes to golden armor. I mean, it looks good, but I don't think I'd prefer sculpted when it comes to her. And I think that this one, the head sculpt looks really good. So I hope that they really do nail it. I feel like with every golden armor, Wonder Woman we get, like there is like people saying, oh, it doesn't look good here on these angles and these angles. But I mean, from here, I think it looks really good. So I'd hope that this one gets released soon. It seems like they haven't been giving love to DC lately. So who knows? Maybe this will be a release upcoming.
Yeah, maybe. I do think that this one, it's gonna happen either this month or next month. It has to be. They need to start getting all these figures, especially like Joel said. I think Marvel is gonna be the ones that are gonna be getting faster releases. So Costa, what about this one?
Jesus.
Pass.
I'm sorry, not Costa.
I'm kidding.
Sorry, KG.
No. Yeah, KG.
Sorry, I skip. I skip.
It's all good.
KG.
It's all good. Yeah, I mean, it's Iron Man. I would expect them to release this right away because it's what sells. I'm actually excited for this piece. I'm going to be getting this piece as well. So I do think anywhere between now to I'm going to say October. Now to October.
It's funny that you mentioned that because out of all the Ironmans, that especially the one that just was released, with this, I think this is the Mark. Is that the Mark 5? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what Mark it is.
This is
Mark
the Mark
5.
5.
So this one I like the most because it is a hybrid between Tony Stark and Iron Man, and when he was suiting up. So this one is something that I would definitely get.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of unique too. It's kind of different.
It's different. For sure, and it's just something I grew up with. I mean, that scene when I was a kid, Iron Man 2 is one of my favorite films. I know it's a very controversial film, but that's one of my favorite Marvel films. And seeing that one scene and him getting suited up with the Mark 5 is just so iconic. And having this on my shelf would definitely represent that. I'm definitely gonna get the regular Mark 5. But yeah, this is just so unique and it's well engineered.
So, this one I can see happening in September.
Yeah, I'll say between now or October.
I mean, they already got the Mark 5 out, so
but that's the problem. That's the problem, Riley. Is the Mark 5 is out and is completely stinking and is in a bargain bin as lower as it can. So I'm still thinking that probably Iron Man they holding up a bit because if they are going to release this one now, it will pile up together with the Mark 5. A lot of stock coming in, and it will not sell. Mark 5 now here is at 230.
All right, Costa.
Wouldn't you think the Mark 5, since that's a reissue, that's why it's at the bottom basement, and this is like completely, a different thing? I don't know.
Yeah, this is not a reissue.
It's
this
different.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, because it's a suit up version, and you don't have to kit bash a Tony Stark in the racing outfit if you missed out before. And one other thing, didn't the mech test Tony, wasn't that announced before this one? And would they release multiple?
I think so was before. I think
like
it was. I think it was
Tony
one
Stark,
before.
and then
I think it was one before.
Which one?
yeah, the mech test. The front
Yeah,
from
that one
the
is.
first.
Geez, that's been a while.
That's super old, and that I would expect that to release before this one, but you never know.
Mm-hmm. That one could happen. And Bobby Dylan with $2 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. I predict the MMS 700 will be Daikin Starburst. Starboost.
There you go.
Well, you see, one thing about this particular figure here, because again, it is a new one. It's not like a reissue as the Mark V. That's why I think, and this is a conversation we had in previous shows. That's the reason why Hatos is not doing reissues anymore. That's why they're doing 2.0s. They're giving you something new, something that you can add to your collection instead of just having the plain reissue. Because they I think they kind of felt that the reissues hasn't been selling as good as they would have wanted. So that's why I said, you know what? Let's do a 2.0 version. Let's add a base. Let's add an accessory. Let's add a head sculpt. Let's do something different so people can keep their original version. So you don't feel like you're getting betrayed. That something that you own that was sold years ago is now being reissued, right? So I think that's the reason why we're gonna be seeing more 2.0s. And Civil War, I think we're gonna see more than that. I mean, we just saw Mark 46. I mentioned Mark 46 a year or a year and a half ago, and it was trashed by it. I'm like, it's gonna happen, man. Let me tell you, it's gonna either reissue or 2.0, and they did a 2.0.
And we're not getting it now because it's now only for Hong Kong-based collectors in Shanghai.
Yeah, so
I think it'll go to US.
All right, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so Hunter.
For now.
Yeah, for now. Hunter, I'm gonna go with KG on this one because I can skip my friend. I didn't wanna. But Hunter. All right, Hunter. I think this one we're gonna get it this month. That's my prediction. But what's yours?
I agree with you actually. I know people would think not, but it's technically kind of almost reused of all the clone armors. And the same head sculpt with different hair and face tattoo. So I do think this one, I'm going to say by the end of the month, I think this is going to come out, or beginning of next month. So that's my guess for sure. This is like, we're still waiting for the rest of the bad figures, and it sucks actually because once they announce those, we got to wait another year for them. So to complete the whole set. So yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be like next Justice League thing. Oh, where is what's his name? The big guy. Wrecker. Where's Wrecker at? Where hashtag release Wrecker or something like that. So they complete the whole line. But yeah, I think I'm around your ballpark as well. So.
Anyone think in the panel that this is going to be releasing this month?
I think it's one that would be really soon. I'm in accordance with that because like KG said, clone armor. You're getting the Tamora head sculpt. They'll probably have to redefine it because he has the bandana, etc. So it might take a little bit more time. But I feel like we haven't seen some clone love recently when it comes to Star Wars. So who knows? We'll see. We'll see this thrown into the mix.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so let's move on to the next one.
Ooh,
this one here.
Ooh, I hope so.
I'm gonna ask everyone here. So I'm gonna start with Costa. Hi, Costa.
He seems excited.
This month or next month?
I will say no, it's coming because they already have like 6 or 7 more of these in the works. So
true.
Yeah, I'm gonna say by October it'll be released, and it's gonna look spectacular.
Yeah,
mark my words.
You know
what?
When is the season 3 coming out?
February.
I think it's
2023.
Yeah, February. It's not till next year.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think we're gonna see a bunch of.
They're gonna do what they did last time.
Oh yeah.
You remember what they did?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They will.
They're gonna do that again.
It's gonna be like chrome plated diecast next announcement.
Battle damage parts.
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
gonna do something like that. Yeah.
It's Mando.
They
it's
announced this one a couple months. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah. They're gonna do that. Trust me, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna do it.
Ryder, what do you think? This month or next month?
I think that this will be one. I'm kind of with Costa. I think October. I remember it was funny. Like I always remember this. Last year it was like I think it was October or December that there was rumors that this was going to get released. Like it was ready in Hong Kong. There was a heavy rumor going on. So I would think that this would come. I mean, you're getting the Pedro Pascal head sculpt. Dude, I'm really excited for this one. I cannot wait for this one. I think I'm with Costa. I think this will be an October release, and it's gonna be epic, and it's gonna be. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying it's gonna be an amazing release, nonetheless. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot about this figure. I was like, oh wait, I forgot about this. There's just so many of them. We have like 150 figures on pre-order, and you can't keep count.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Joao?
Yeah, I think it's maybe November, something like that. October, November release. I still think we are going to see other figures first. For example, you got that bunch of blurgs with the Dura Steel suit and Quill.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one excited. I'm the only one excited for Quill and the Blurg because I actually pre-ordered that one. So
I'm tempted to get a Quill.
I'm definitely getting that. Come on.
Yeah, I think this one will be maybe October, November, something like that. I don't think they are going to release it much earlier. And it's also the Boba with Throne. I think the Boba with Throne you will also see it earlier.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
They have to start giving those releases out. But I don't think I think the Boba Fett with the Throne is gonna happen, but it probably is gonna happen, maybe in October,
Yeah, that might
or late September.
When is Fennec coming out?
I think it's next year.
Fennec, you have
Fennec is
like
next
early.
year.
I think it's like early next year.
Okay.
Got announced a little bit ago.
Don't forget Ahsoka.
You got the
should
booty
be
box.
I
You
have
got
the order as
you
well.
got the booty bots in chat.
Oh, booty bots.
Oh yeah, best adult dating.
Oh
sites.
yeah, there you go.
I'm doing a whole video on that, so just don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. I will give you your top 5 sites.
New tutorial, yeah. Oh my god.
No, but I think this is the superior Mando to get. I think out of all the Mandos we have right now, this is gonna go. Dude, I'm telling you.
So far, but they'll get another one.
Right now, Mando is
So the
slowly
next
but
one,
surely becoming the new Iron Man, new Spider. They're gonna make a neon version of this.
I'm
figure.
surprised we haven't seen a DX Mando. We haven't, right? There hasn't been a DX. That would be a nice DX.
The next release?
Or a porcelain Mando. We haven't had those
porcelain,
either,
a chrome, black chrome.
Do you think they're gonna do that for next week? I mean, not next week. Sorry, the next one.
Probably. I mean, they're giving iconic characters just DXs out of the wazoo, so I'd say that would be one of them.
They should. Ahsoka got a DX. Why can't? Mando.
Exactly. Pretty epic with a N1 Starfighter. Imagine.
Ooh, is that 12 scale or 1/6 scale?
I think it's like both or something.
That's 1/6. It's 1/6. It's like 6 feet by 3 feet. So, or 4 foot by 6 feet.
It'd be like $1 million to $1 million to ship though, but yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane.
There was another one. Hold on, let me see. These freaking booty butts. I think they're gone now, right?
The booty butts.
They're gone. It's safe to say that they're gone.
Yeah.
Get them out.
Well, when the show is good, you see these booty bots coming and attacking. So that's
exactly
that's a good sign, I guess. That's a good sign. All right, so let me go back to what I was showing you guys. All right. Okay, so I think this one is gonna happen this month. I don't know. I have a feeling towards the end of the month. I think. All right, so let's go to the next one here. So Bo-Katan. This is the one that has been freaking delayed forever and ever and ever. And ever. So Joao. This month, next month, never push back until like 2025.
Cancel.
I think never.
Canceled?
Never. I think never. It's canceled.
Wow.
It will not come. No, I mean
no.
John Cena fought for his likeness. Looks too much like John Cena.
No, I mean, I think this one will be one of the first ones you will see later from Mandalorian. Maybe even before Blurgs and Quills and so on. I think this should be probably the next one from Mandalorian line. I do believe so.
I can see Pedro Pascal one and this one coming very soon. Even though
Sounds
Sasha
cool.
says delayed, I think we're gonna see this guy. This girl. Sorry,
Yeah.
you guys talking about John Cena, friggins. All right, hold on. Before we move on to the next one, Anthony Carravez with a $2 super chat. Yo, what's up? Thanks for the figures, man. No, thank you.
What figures? You offer him figures?
No, yeah, I saw him Black Panther.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks. And of course, our friend is Popsick.
Popsick.
Oh,
That's my
Popsick
boy,
Mario.
man. I was waiting for
He's
the
the
super chat
man.
like this. It's been a while,
Yeah, right.
man.
Let's throw it up.
It's
We need to
been
see
a
it.
while. All right, hold
Roll
on.
the
It's been a
clip.
while. It's been a while. Hold on. Let me see.
It's
if
time to
which one
ride,
it is.
boys. Time.
Like a panther. Yes, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go, stop. Like a panther, like a panther, like a panther, like a panther.
No, take me out. Take me out, bro.
Amazing.
Take me out. No.
We got Riley singing like a
Just
panther.
cut off.
Oh man,
Sorry,
thanks,
guys.
it's Popsick for the super chat. Appreciate that, my friend.
What up?
All right,
You see
so
that, Yankee? No.
Yeah, roll it again. No, I'm just kidding.
all right, so anyone think this figure is gonna be released this week? I mean, this month or next month, or it's gonna be
I
delayed
think-
even longer?
I think early September, like the beginning of next month. I think this will be one that'll just like pop out of nowhere, and we'll get the blogger photos, and then everyone's gonna be excited. And I think that they're gonna retool the head sculpt 100%. I think that this will
I
not be
think so
what we
too.
see
I think
because
so too.
I mean, like
It
you
doesn't
said,
look
like
bad
you
though.
said,
It doesn't look
yeah,
bad
it's
at
not
all.
terrible. I just think that I think there's something about like the under her mouth, like the jaw area, just something looks off. But I think that this will be one they update because we've seen so many updates. So I think that they'll do it. And I mean, with the competition we're getting, with all the talk and the hype with InArt and other companies, I think this will be one that they're gonna try and nail because this is a very popular release. Once it does, I know a lot of people are waiting for this one. It's an exciting one.
Especially because most people will want to use her with a head sculpt and with
Oh,
the,
Yeah, because she was in
Yeah.
there throughout that in a lot of the show. She took her head sculpt off.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know about you guys, but I think this is gonna get delayed again.
You think so
I
again?
think
Might
we're gonna
as well could happen. I mean, this is our prediction.
Yeah.
What we think is gonna happen. It could happen, and by all means, it can.
I think we're gonna get this by December or January. I don't think we're
Ooh,
gonna get
damn! You're going all the way. When is the new season coming? Is it
Tonight.
it tonight. Yeah, it's leaked. It's leaked, guys. It's coming out tonight out of nowhere.
Can you imagine?
The new-
Man, we will
midnight.
tag you. I will
New
literally
season.
do
And
this
not
clip
only
and tag
that,
you there.
A DX Mando is coming out tonight as well with the show. So there you go.
Shit.
no one cares about the lady frog.
Lady All right. So I think
Only
we're
me.
gonna get. I think we're gonna get this figure next month. I think in
I
September.
hope so. I hope so.
I think in September. All right. What
Yeah.
about this one here? What
Oh,
about
my
this one, Costa?
friend,
What about this
Quill.
one, man? The blurk. We want the blurk.
It's coming out on Tuesday of next week.
Hallelujah.
Oh,
That's
Costa.
my I'm telling you.
Tuesday,
mean,
1:35 in the
Anyone
morning.
concurs?
The blurg is a statue. I mean, they could, you mold it, you put it together. I'm shocked that that's not even out yet.
Yeah, same.
I know,
and
right?
and Queel is
delaying
like this
this so
big,
much.
so
Quill's half a person, so
he's
it would work.
he's like this big. Should
It's
be,
true.
and it's not based on anybody's face. So
Yeah.
we should
That has
we
my
should have
face.
popped that one out.
Yeah.
130 people watching. Come on, guys. Hit the like button. Are we 100 likes yet? Come on, 77
come
likes.
on.
Come on, guys.
Come on,
You know what to
guys.
do. You know what to
Come
do. Hit the
on.
like button, please.
fine.
Help us
Better
out.
Flip your
here.
phone. Flip your
This-
phone. Click the like button.
Click
Come
the
on,
like button.
do it.
I know you guys are awesome. Just hit the like button and help us out. Let's beat the algorithm.
Yeah.
Let's make it,
would-
man.
I would think that this and the reissue of the OG Mando would have been released by like 2 months ago. Maybe even May the 4th. I was expecting for these guys to be released on May the 4th. Nothing.
Feels
Yeah.
like
I
they're
think the
announced
best
ages
is
ago.
for last. And remember, we're still waiting for the second wave of clone Attack of the Clones figures.
Yeah. And just
You
let you
know?
know, guys, this is you need to have this set because this is the only Queel. Spoiler alert, he dies. Oh.
Oh, dude, I didn't watch it yet.
What?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
spoiler. Sorry, guys. I know.
Kick him
I
out.
ruined
Get
it
him
for
out.
everybody. Yeah.
Sorry.
Is he in heaven?
This guy.
Damn you,
All right,
Katie.
so,
But
well,
this is the one you need to have for sure. You need to have the Queel.
I can see this guy happening early next month.
I
If
see
not
it.
this sometime this month.
I'm gonna
We
say
didn't get
November.
much releases. I mean, I think we should expect something tonight or Thursday.
Yeah, it's been
So
slow. I mean, the last one was,
Hospitals, man.
what was it? Venomized Iron Man? Was that the last one we saw? I was like,
yeah, but that doesn't get.
Yeah.
That's why I think
Oh,
I
It
think they're gonna.
was.
I kind of agree what Joel said. I think we're gonna see a lot of Marvel happening now, because they need to release those figures, man. That's
they
a
need to
fact.
pump it out.
They
Yeah.
need to
Oh.
start getting those figures out because, again, mark my words, Q4 is gonna be very busy. Don't be surprised if you see in 1 week 4 or 5 releases a week. It's gonna happen. So just
Yeah.
put
And
that
we got-
out there.
We got She-Hulk around the corner, so
She-Hulk, He-Hulk,
She-Hulk.
Yo.
They-Hulk. Okay, Echo. What about Echo?
Oh my god, this is gonna be such a sick release. I hope very soon.
Yeah.
This is gonna be really cool. I think this specific armor is like a really cool, and you got like his pauldron and everything. This will be one that I'll be happy with if it gets released. I think Hunter would be behind him though. I think he got announced first. Hunter did. I think so.
Yeah.
And, yeah, KG's. Of course he does. He does because he always spoils us. But I'd say this would be one that would. Again, it's like all these clones. It's like it is kind of like KG said. You're just retooling armor and painting them. It shouldn't be that hard to pump these out. And I'd expect that these would be ones that would just be like random on the day. We'll just see it. We'll see it drop. But yeah.
Yeah. I say next week.
You
don't know.
think so?
I think next week.
I think tonight. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I think in 20 seconds. You know,
my
why
God.
not? You know. Oh, there you go. It's up.
Well,
Release
the second season of Bad Batch is coming out next month. So you know,
Oh, really?
next
Yeah.
month or October.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Wow.
So they could coincide with that. Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's
We're lucky.
September. You're right. Yeah, next month.
Mm-hmm.
But
Joe,
anyway,
what-
She-Hulk starting tomorrow.
Right.
So the Marvel
Oh,
is
is it tomorrow?
rising up again. Yeah,
Yeah? I
She-Hulk
thought it was
starts
is it
tomorrow.
No, no, it's
August.
Thursday. It's Thursday.
No,
Thursday.
it's
Well, it's tomorrow at
Thursday.
midnight.
August
Right.
18. So for me, it's tomorrow.
Oh yeah, it's different for you guys.
Oh yeah. Yep.
We knew that.
Time zones.
I think this will be because
Time
we
zone,
got that
whatever.
one post from Hot Toys where they said that they would get the full line out, and we haven't seen anything yet. So maybe we'll see that hype being brought up.
Bro,
again.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be the Where Cyborg meme everywhere. Where
so?
Wrecker
No,
was.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be freaking amazing, man.
You think I
Yeah,
learned the lesson
100%.
with Cyborg?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be
Well,
amazing.
I think even most of the characters are just clones, so I think that it's not really Cyborg where you have to retool a whole body and you have to change the head sculpts. Like
Yeah.
it's all pretty much similar.
Yeah. We're still waiting on the Eternals stuff. So I mean, that's.
Oh god, I don't think people are excited or hyped to get
No.
Eternals figures, but yeah, it's true.
Yeah, no one is. I think only Carlos is excited.
Carlos,
to see.
he's
I
excited
was
for
going to
Carlos
say
was-
Carlos is. He wants Thena so bad.
He wants to see the Hot Toys Thena.
Yeah.
That's releasing next. Mark my words.
So let me remove this for a second. So what do you think? What do you think Hot Toys is taking so long to release these figures? Like, because we got a bunch of announcements. That's for sure. We got a bunch
Not
of
on
announcements.
holidays.
Are you saying why are they taking a long time to release?
Yeah,
it?
why are they taking so long to release these figures?
Well, I think the most obvious thing I think we can all say is that these things are, from what we have known so far, they're handmade stuff. And I think I watched the video many times, all about Hot Toys video, and I think it's what's his name, the guy with the head sculpts, Jason Hong.
JC Hong.
He mentioned that one head sculpt takes 2 weeks to make, so it does take a while. It does take a while for these figures, but I think
but one has 2 weeks. One head sculpt takes 2 weeks to make, but I don't think they're gonna have multiple people doing it, right? No, only one person doing.
Yeah.
Oh no,
this.
it's multiple people doing it, but I do think one of the issues that Hot Toys is having right now is prioritizing the pre-orders, because right now they're picking and choosing what figures should be announced released really quick. Like for instance, the Beskar Mando and the Venom were supposed to be released like mid of sorry, let me rephrase that. the Mando Beskar was supposed to be released in, I believe, 2021, but then they pushed it early to December. Same with Boba Fett. So they're just prioritizing. They're just they're taking advantage of what people want right now. It's supply and demand, and they're kind of pushing all these other figures that they have. Like this one, this is a good one. This was supposed to be released March of 2022 of this year.
It's been getting pushed back.
Now it's August. So I think right now they're picking their announcements. I mean, they're picking the releases that they think will sell first. Then they do things like maybe people won't care so much. We put it backlog it, and then I think this one's going to be delayed again. I think this is going to be December of this year. And this is a good example. And a lot of people, I forgot this figure even existed, and that's bad for business, because once you forget a figure, that's not a good thing, because usually we expect Hot Toys to when a figure is announced, we expect the figure to be revealed or released by a year or year and a half. Now it's been 2.5 years for this figure.
It's taking a long time. But I want to go to the panel real quick on this one. So I know, Costa, you mentioned that this one is going to be probably pushed back. I think you said about this one. This is supposed to be releasing in August and September, or August to October, I think. Do you still think this is going to happen?
I was saying I thought it would release before the Mark V suit up, because that it was announced first, and that just makes sense, because didn't they already kind of make a version of this back in the day? And this is like a 2.0. Yeah. And this is a 2.0, and you would think that it would get released within the next month or so, because it has been so long, and KG is right. Like, the excitement wears off, you forget about the figure, and it takes a little while to get back into it. And sometimes you get the hype from the internet, that helps out. But when this came out, I was like, I'm gonna get it. Now I'm like,
what the hell is this? Oh, okay.
When it comes,
I got so many other figures that I need. Battle Damage Vader.
That's true.
That's true.
And I think
InArt change.
InArt now does.
What was that?
I'm just saying InArt. I mean, if the rumors are true that Joker's going to be coming next month, that just shows like, oh wow, that's a quick turnaround. Compared to what
But also, let's be fair in size, right? Because Hot Toys is much bigger than InArt, and they have much more pre-orders.
Yeah.
So InArt has a few. I mean, small base for now, right? Because they're very limited. So it will make sense for them to do quick turnaround.
Well, the other thing with InArt is we don't know how long they've been working on those figures, because they had a list. They have this list. They could have been working on all of them simultaneously, and now we're just like, bringing them out little by little, and can turn around, because they have done a lot of the movies that they're using are old movies, and the characters have been done before, and so they set it up and can set it to production once they announce it. So
that's true,
and that's how it should be, though.
So Joao, they released the Bucky, which honestly I wasn't a big fan of it. I don't think it looks as good as the prototype. Me, personal opinion, I definitely not picking that one up. But this one here, on the other hand, this is something I would definitely want to pick up, and I want to hear your thoughts on this one. Do you think we're gonna get this one this month or next month?
I think we're going to see this one next week, actually.
Really?
This week?
Ooh.
Next week. This
next
week
week?
or next week.
Why so?
Why do you think we're going to see it next week?
Because he's a wizard.
Because I'm a
He's the Hot Toys wizard.
He's the
Hot Toys wizard. Oh my
in the
god.
form of Joao. Shout out to Eris.
Sure.
Wizard.
Love that guy. He's funny.
So
this
one,
I think this one is going to be really fast.
Anyone?
They are going.
I
Go
think.
ahead. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's about that. I think these are next week, but that's my prediction.
I'm kind of
the
same boat with Joel. I think this is going to be coming anywhere between this month or next month.
Mm.
Yeah, I think think this is.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they did Bucky Barnes. I mean, why not from the same line do the figure that? Honestly, I mean, this is probably the most popular of the two. I mean, you need to have this one if you got a Bucky Barnes. So I hope that this one gets released. I mean, I'm worried about the shelf space it's going to take. Because look at that photo with the wings. It's pretty scary, but it's going to be an awesome one.
Well, we got other things to worry about, like Vulture that might come out this week.
Yeah,
so Vulture's going to be a huge problem.
You mean to officially announce it?
Yeah,
it, right?
There's a rumor going on that this week is going to be Vulture week. So
okay, so maybe later tonight or Thursday
night.
Yeah, you know, me and Riley will go live on IG all the time. So
second, let's do it.
All right. So what about this reissue of War Machine? One of the best War Machines out there, to be honest with you. Reissue, you see, this is something that they kind of say, you know what, we're not gonna do this anymore. Let's do 2.0. I think they should have done 2.0 on this one.
Yeah,
I think this one is gonna probably release very soon as well, and it's probably gonna sit on the shelf for a long time.
Totally agree.
Anyone?
I'm all for it. Yeah, I think you're right on the money there. It's like Joao said with the Mark V, it's gonna sit. This one, I see the exact same thing happening because, I mean, this was one that I remember before it got announced. It was like $800. Like I thought it was selling for crazy prices. So Hot Toys were just okay. It's selling for $8,000 to $1,000. Let's just do the exact same thing, the exact same branding, the exact same accessories, the exact same base. I mean, look how cool that base was when you first got it. I feel like they should have made that the special thing that you wouldn't get in the newly released one. But hey, they just want to do a reissue of them. They thought that would be the best move for them. But like we said, like Dante has been saying for a while now, that all of this is like they don't really see this coming anymore with reissues. I mean, they could have easily done that with the Civil War Black Panther, but no, they made new sculpts. They made that new warrior mask, the new shield, a lot of newly like tooled things. And I think this will be one that I would probably sit because it's a reissue. But I don't have a War Machine in my collection. This is going to be one that I think I'm going to grab because this is going to be an epic one.
Classic one,
dude. And even like the head sculpt, how it has like the cracks on the mask, very cool. I like it.
Yes. Anyone, Costa, you want to add anything to it? Can you see this happening very soon?
I don't see how it didn't happen already. I mean, because they have everything all set up for
it. Same thing. Yeah.
They need to pop it into production. They should have had this out a year ago.
Probably.
I know, right? Yeah, you see, sometimes I don't understand if they're gonna do they already have the mold and everything to do it. Why waiting so long? If it's a reissue, it should be like out in 6 months' time. You know, it's not like they're developing something brand new, right? Maybe paint application is different and improved. Maybe some articulation, but other than that, I mean, I think should be faster. But now, what about this one here? Ahsoka Tano Grogu DX version. This one I can definitely see happening this month, though. That's my prediction. I think this month, but I don't know. Riley,
dude, this is gonna be one where I think people are gonna be like over the moon excited about. I mean, you look at the Ahsoka Clone Wars. There was a lot of talk saying like, "Oh, I'm just gonna skip the Clone Wars or go with this one." So once this finally gets released, I think it's gonna be a hot one. And I mean, I'd expect that this one would come sooner. It is a DX and it's coming with a lot of different things, so maybe it would be pushed back. I hope not. But I mean, dude, the diorama base, this is just going to be a really epic release, and the deluxe accessories. I mean, the backdrop, it's probably cardboard, but hey, at least we got it. But I mean, I think this one will come, and who knows? Maybe they'll update this head sculpt because I know from the community that a lot of people said that they didn't really think the head sculpt was like a 10. I think it's good, but I think it could be improved. I don't know if they will improve it, but I think if we get what we see here, I don't think I'd be disappointed with it per se, but I think they could improve it to make it look more like Rosario Dawson.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, the husband doesn't look that bad, but I think it needs more love. At the beginning, when I saw this, I was okay with it, but then over time, I just kind of started looking at it. I'm like, you know what? Something's not really that. Right. It's a bit off, but again, not to say that it's bad. It's a prototype. It's gonna be improved for sure. Exactly. I don't think they're gonna screw this one up. It's a main character. Ahsoka is a main one, so
and a DX.
Yeah. And it's a DX version. So, anyone think that this is gonna happen this month?
I think I'm on the same boat with you, Dante. I think this is going to be coming really soon. I think I've been waiting for this version. To me, this is the definitive Ahsoka, but I know we're getting the Ahsoka show. But this is like the two Ahsokas that we have right now currently. I think this is the best one to get for sure. I think this is because to me, I like the realistic side of things, and that Ahsoka Tano from Clone Wars. just doesn't do it for me. But this one in particular is definitely something I cannot wait for. I think this is one of my most anticipated figures of this year alone. So I can't wait. I'm just waiting. So I do think between this month or next month, for sure.
Wow. Kosei, want to add to anything?
No, I for me, Ahsoka will always be from the Clone Wars and Rebels, and then this will be, you know, the Rosario version. She did a great
Different
job, and I
enough,
loved it.
yeah.
But like Ashley Eckstein, fabulous. So yeah, but they do need to fix this head sculpt. I will
Yeah,
say.
I think so.
But
I think they will.
But
I think they will.
They will. You're right, and I do think it'll be released, you know, pretty soon.
I agree with that, Ahsoka, but it's one of the figures that I can wait. I'm not in a urgent to have it. I prefer that they improve the head sculpt and they do this as a major release because it's a DX figure, so I can wait a bit, some more months. I don't have problem in waiting as long as then
They get it right,
nail
right?
it. Yes,
I agree. That's a good point as well. So what about and everything that I'm flashing right now is between, according to Sideshow, releasing between August and September. And you see how many we flashed already. It's a bunch of figures.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think all of them are gonna happen, to be honest with you. Maybe
We're in
not.
trouble. Yeah.
But this one here, I can see happening sooner rather than later. Just because the Boba Fett is done, right? And they need to start getting these figures out. We have Ahsoka show coming, Andor show. We're gonna have Mandalorian next
I
year.
agree. Yeah.
So, you know, this one has to be out, man. Like, I don't know if he's gonna be this month, but probably like September, sometime September, maybe early October.
Yeah.
Anyone?
I mean,
Yeah,
I
probably.
think that this one, I feel like this one might be one where they push back simply because, I mean, we got the Boba 2-pack like from February or something in Hong Kong.
Mhm.
And I mean, that one's a really good figure. And maybe they'll just be like, we can maybe push this back a little. I mean, the hype wasn't as high, honestly, because like what people have said, Book of Boba Fett was very polarizing. It was very left and right, but I mean, it was a cool show to me. But I think that this will be one that they'll push back because I mean that base is gonna be really cool. And I hope they detail it greatly. It's gonna be the packaging is probably gonna be bigger given the base. I mean, look at it. It's gonna be a really awesome release when it comes. I mean, you raised a good point, Dante. I think this like the announcements are very hyped. There's been a lot of very exciting announcements, but I think we need to start seeing those weeks where we're getting like multiple releases because I think that's going to be very important because just the backlog is just rising. It just keeps rising. So we need one of those weeks where they do like it, as much as maybe it'll hurt the wallets. It maybe like the ones where they do like 4 releases in 1 week, 3 releases because they do that sometimes. They just pump out like 4 releases. So we'll see.
Right, with 130 people watching, hit the like button, guys. Only 10 likes away from 100. So I know we can do it. You guys are the men. You guys are the best. So let's hit the like button, please, and subscribe to all my friends' channels. So forget to subscribe to my channel. Become a member if you want. Help us out here.
Do it.
So anyone thinking that this is gonna happen sooner rather than later, or you still think it's gonna wait maybe like a month or so?
I think this is gonna be right on schedule. So I think this is gonna. I think it was like October to December. Is that the going?
No, this one is between August and October.
Yeah, it's gonna be right on schedule. It's gonna be on schedule. That's for sure. Yeah. Because they already have the head sculpt. I mean, they already have the head sculpt done. All they gotta do is repaint the armor, new tailoring outfit, and you're good to go. So and new base. So.
All right, so let's move.
Oh my God.
You know, we mentioned a while ago it was done already. It was just pretty much waiting. Maybe I don't think we released. They're just kind of like make a show to do the releases, to schedule the room, but they need to get the figures so they can do the reviews they've been doing all the time. Right. So that could be I mean, again, I don't work for them, so I have no clue that, you know, there are figures that we knew were supposed to be out like months ago and holding off. But this one here, I still believe is going to happen this month.
Pray. This should have been released yesterday. Honestly, we should have already seen this by now. It's one that so many people have been waiting for. I know when this gets released, it's hard because, I mean, they should have struck when the iron was hot. I mean, this was like this was the talk of the town once there was rumors of it getting released. They should have struck it there, and I think it would have sold a lot better than what it maybe will do now. Who knows what it'll sell at Hong Kong? But I think nonetheless, this is people that people are waiting for this one because I think it's pivotal to Deadpool and the whole line of that, and the fact that like you could honestly get like 3 of these and display them all differently. It's gonna be a really cool release. I mean, to have the like cybernetic look, it's gonna be awesome. But I think you're right with that, Dante. I think it would become this or next month for sure. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Unless anyone wants to add anything.
No, I'm just gonna say that I think this is gonna get delayed till next month. I don't.
Just things delayed again. Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, yes.
So I put this. This one is not, according to Sachi, it's not releasing anytime soon this year. It's next year, 2023. However, I have a feeling that we're gonna see this one happening sooner. Don't think between this now and this September, but I can see this happening in October. I think that they need to kind of start doing these releases now because they still have a lot on their plates.
Yeah.
So anyone think that this is gonna be pushed to be released sooner?
I think October, December is. I think.
I
So.
think
It's a
next
reissue.
year.
It's a, well,
Or you still think it's gonna be next year, as they
I
say?
think still next year. This is the other one, and this is the last time they will do this Catwoman, and they cannot screw like they did with the first one. I had the first
Right.
one that body was, the boots were peeling all over the place. The suit was horrible. They need to engineering this suit very well. And if you want to sit there on the bed pod, they better them fix that suit, because if it's like the first one, you will ruin the suit in no time. That's other figure that I'm like with the Soka, I'm happy to wait and have it perfect.
Yeah, it will be good if we get this one sooner, though. Just saying.
Oh yeah, it would be good.
Of course it would be good, but because now you have the X19, you have the Batpod, you are going to have Joker from InArt, right? You will have the full package.
Complete the line. Yeah.
And we're still waiting for a new Bane. And Steam's Toys is not going to do anything about that, but yeah.
So
yeah, it's gonna be, and I think that's all I have. Let me see. Maybe I have more. Let me see.
There's 27 more. You forgot.
I know. I feel like I forgot about like half of those.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. It's a long list, to be honest with you. But that's pretty much all I have in terms of that. And we're gonna wrap this up, guys. I think we extended already for 2 hours. I want to say thank you everyone for watching, for your time. It's been amazing. So I'm gonna go with the panel, and I'm gonna ask, what's going on on each of you guys' channel. So Joao, what's going on BIGBREDA's world?
Well, I'm doing the reviews today of Tony Soprano, the 1/6 scale that was just released this week, and the Brad Pitt from Snatch, the movie. Going to do these 2 reviews today, and then I think tomorrow I will be on Riley and Mario show, the LWO or something. Is your show or not?
No, it's not. It's not my show. It's not my show. It's Mario's. I was like, wait, I have a show tomorrow. I was like, what?
It's LWO, right? LWO.
Yeah. It's Marco 6 scale reviews and Mario.
Okay, that's about it. I'm going to be over there, and I'm trying to do the 6 scale news this week. Back depends on my connection, because I already changed the connection. I think now it's a bit better. If I can hold the stream, I will do the 6 scale news, and then on Sunday I will be on Mafia, 6 scale Mafia.
Nice. Mr. Riley, thank you for joining us tonight. And what's going on in your show, in your channel, my friend?
Well, first, before I get to that, of course, thank you so much, Dante, for the invite. I'm always appreciative of that. And this was an amazing show you had. I love the topics you brought up to the InArt and all these releases that hopefully get released. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, right. What's going on my channel? I mean, right now we're just pretty chilling out. I mean, I'm trying to get some more releases out of some old figures I have. I mean, I got that black suit Superman, and I love it, dude. That Nightmare Superman, or the black suit, is really good. I gotta get.
Sideshow is already shipping that one. I don't know.
Yeah.
They started shipping, I think, a couple weeks ago.
I haven't got mine yet.
Dang, really? Interesting.
Now it's the second batch of 17 shipping.
Wow.
Second batch of 17. Now it's true. That Superman, anything Justice League here in China sells a lot. I think they prefer the Affleck Batman to any others.
Really?
it's
Yeah,
an
they
amazing
really
class,
liked
dude.
it.
The
Yeah.
DC
Wow.
for in Hong Kong is very popular, like you said.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, wow.
But that figure is really awesome. But I'll probably get some footage of that. And I'm actually gonna be on KG's channel. We're gonna do Wonder Twins Friday night at
Oh, amazing.
7:30 p.m. Pacific. Thank you, appreciate it. That would be a lot of fun. He's always bringing the great topics, so we'll can't wait for that. And yeah, I'll be popping in other streams throughout the week. And if anything gets announced, hopefully some exciting stuff like you said, that Vulture. Hopefully that would be a really awesome announcement. So hopefully we see.
We
that.
know,
And, yeah.
we know, because on Instagram always pop up Riley reviews is live.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
Collector is live.
Yeah.
I said, oh, something is
That's true.
coming.
Exactly.
Something
But
has happened.
again,
And it's-
thank you, and
No,
yeah,
you're
it was a lot
welcome,
of fun.
man. You're welcome. Speaking of which, KG, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know it's been a long time since you've been with us, but
Yes.
you know, I'm trying to get everyone as the best I can. You know, it's been really tough for me at work and
Oh, no.
and timing and everything. So I'm trying to get everyone the best I can. But thank you for coming.
course.
And what's going on your channel, my friend?
Yeah, before I, talk about my channel, I just want to say thank you for the invite. Sorry for being late. Lael has been bothering
No
me with
worries,
10% all the time.
Oh yeah.
Only building up to 15 because the InArt's Batman. So
There you
I
go.
have to deal with that. Yeah, thank you for having me on. So on my channel, I just uploaded my Nightmare Batman Superman 2-pack review / posing that I uploaded. I think it was live this morning. So I have that right now on the channel. And then obviously, as Bradley has mentioned, we have Wonder Twins episode happening this Friday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time and 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. So that'll be fun. And as far as anything else, you'll probably see me through other streams like this, Lael's or Will's, and more reviews for certain figures. I think my next one will be the DX19 with
Nice.
Batpod. And I had to actually return my Batpod because Sideshow sent me a used one, so I had to get a new one. It was all broken up. So
Really?
yeah, so I'll be getting my Batpod this tomorrow actually. And let me just tell you something. That Batpod is huge. I was not
It's good.
expecting how.
Oh yeah.
You know,
it's
I have
big.
it. I have it. I have it. I haven't even opened it. It's still
Really?
in the yeah.
Do it.
So I'm
It's-
waiting for my Mojo cases to put it.
I'm waiting for that NR Joker. It's gonna look nice.
NR
Just-
Yeah,
It's gonna be amazing.
waiting,
So
waiting.
I wouldn't recommend posing it with the figure because it's going to be hard posing it. But just those videos are coming up. And again, thank you for having me on this amazing panel, this Avengers level panel here. So
I know, yeah.
yeah,
No,
love
you guys are amazing, man. Without you guys, definitely will not be here for
and
sure.
make sure please subscribe to everybody here. Subscribe to Manifest Collectibles.
And hit the like button. We're at 99 likes. We have 100
Come on, let's
103
go.
watching. Come
Let's
on,
do it.
man. Get up to
One more
100
like
likes.
100, we can get
Come
it.
on. Come on.
And of
Come
course,
on.
last but certainly not least, my friend Costa with
Yes.
amazing video, amazing content happening. Not for nothing, but those videos, the one that you did the last video of the how to make the costume case, very informative. It was very entertaining. Well done, my friend. So
That's
what's going on in your
appreciated
channel,
by
sir?
collectors, yeah.
You should call your display cases Modu Costa.
That's a good one.
Of Costa cases.
Trademark it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Thank you, Dante, for having me on. I love coming on here. You were the first one to put me on, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
I'm actually doing some actual action figure stuff. So I have the Return of the Jedi speeder bike with the Scout
Ooh.
Trooper that I cannot wait to
Ooh.
open
Good one.
up and review. And I like to have fun with my reviews. So have some. That video took me almost 2 months to make because it was so big. So there's a lot of stuff that I need to catch up on. So I'm trying to mix it up with some non display case stuff. But I am working on a display case that is going to be a grail. It's cryptic. I'm being cryptic. We'll see how it turns out. I got the parts this week. I'm gonna put it together and see how it turns out. And if it turns out well, I'll do a video. And I'm also thinking about putting them on Etsy for people if they don't want to deal with all the soldering and electronic stuff.
I'd be interested
to
in
it.
that.
Yeah,
I'm one of those people.
Electronic stuff.
I'm one of those people, so that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah,
can't
it's gonna
wait.
be stuff that that's not I mean, it'll be similar to something, but it's not going to be something that you can just get. But you'll be able to make. I'll teach you how to make it too. So
Teach me.
I'm working on that, and so yeah. Come learn how to make this. Learn how to make the
Yes.
hanging display case that's made out of aluminum that looks like another case called an Aju case. Or the
Ooh.
Oh, the other
I
name.
just want to say, man, it was
because
really
you
cool.
can make any listen with that video. It's not just all about being able to hang it up. You can make any size that you want because it's all the same layout. The hard part is getting the notches in the pieces that go in, like the shelf and stuff, and those will always be the same size no matter what size case you make. So
Yeah, I might need some help on that because I probably need like maybe one big one so I can put stuff on my
Dude,
wall.
Yeah.
just let me
I
know.
just-
We could do some. I was gonna say we could do some kind of fun thing where we film it and you can put it on your channel as like extra content. Like, watch us make this shit.
Maybe,
You know,
yeah. Let's,
That'd be
we
funny.
definitely we need
I
to
would-
we need to talk
I
about
just
that,
want
my
to say,
friend.
man, I gotta say something, Costa, that it was really cool that that was posing with Peter shouted you out with the display cases when I was watching. It's like that's pretty cool. So
yeah, that was awesome. He was a gentleman. He reached out to me first, asked me if he could use clips, and he's gonna do his thing, and
great guy.
and then he showed me the video too, and it was amazing. And I was like, dude, this you did a great job. Just I don't think it doesn't matter. We could share in content, whatever. I don't care. We're here to have fun, do something that we love, and if I can help you do that, that's great. And he's been such great. It's been a great experience meeting everybody while doing all
course.
this. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, no, Peter is amazing, man. He has amazing videos. Like posing is I got inspiration from him on many poses. But
Oh yeah.
but one thing
Crazy.
I one thing for sure is like when someone like Costa comes in the community and makes things like this, the right thing to do is give you credit to the person who inspired you, because that's the best
Yeah.
thing. Of course,
Yeah.
you can tweak it to your own with your own touch, and that's the point. He's giving you the footprints for you to build something. But it's always you always need to give that credit to the person who spent the time figuring out all those things for us.
Yep.
So it's good that the people are doing that, and that's very appreciated. And that's the right thing to do, especially the right thing to do, not necessarily just because you want to gain views or not. Is the right thing to do when you give credit to somebody for something.
Yeah.
No plagiarism.
But that was an amazing video. And what's going on my channel, guys? I'm gonna be on vacation. Yes, I'm gonna be on vacation, so you're not gonna see my face for a week. But
No.
I'm gonna put a couple videos in the next 2 days. So I'm not gonna stream on this Friday. I'm not gonna stream next Tuesday, but I'm gonna be back next Friday, and I'm gonna build a freaking Avengers level panel. So stay tuned for that. We're gonna have a large panel that day on a Friday, and we're pretty much gonna talk about a lot of things. So stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to become a member. That's a way to supporting the channel. We're trying to I want to revamp my equipment a little bit. So I'm gonna probably get a better lighting, because this lighting is kind of like dying on me. And we're gonna get a bunch of new things. I'm waiting for my module cases. I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna do a collection tour. To premiere maybe this
Yes.
Friday, but it will be kind of like two parts. The first part is going to be the before, and then the next collection tour is going to be when I get my module cases.
There you
So
go.
I want to show you, so stay tuned for that. I'm probably dropping this Friday or during the weekend, even though I'm going to be away, but still I'm going to just schedule it so you guys can see it. If not, then next week. Don't forget to like, subscribe. All my friends' channels are here. Shout out to everyone. Everyone is awesome. Shout out to Easy Complex Wolves. Shout out to Aries. Shout out to Will. To everyone. If I forgot the names, I'm sorry. Oh, my friend Mafia, of course, Anthony, my boy. So you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, be well and see you around in the next video.
See you guys.